Hey guys, good evening, Obodo fam. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our channel. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Obviously, you can hear from my voice that I am very elated, very excited because today is not about basketballs, but we're here to catch cruise. And I love to catch cruise occasionally because you see, the shows that we do on this platform are usually very, very heavy. So when I see an opportunity to catch cruise, I'm going to grab it and run. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Let's start with some good news. I found Osinachi's sister. Yay! Yeah, she's going to be on the show this weekend. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's going to be on Saturday afternoon or Sunday. But she's definitely going to be on the show. We found her thanks to Sister Uju. Again, it was Uju that found her for us because I was just struggling to contact her. Spoke to her. She's so happy. She sends her love. She sends her thanks. And she wants to thank us in person. Yeah, she wants to thank us in person. And she's currently on, she's visiting, she's traveled for a administration. You know, she's a musician as well, right? So she's gone to ministry and she told me she's going to be back. She said we are going to have the opportunity to speak to her mom, and also Nachi's children. She's very, very grateful for all you have done, Obodo Farm, and the love and the support to the family. So let me just put that out there. So look at this weekend. Make sure your notification bell is on, guys, because oh my god, if you see this smile, you know how beautiful Sinachi's smile is. Her sister is exactly like that. They are not really identical twins, but the smile is, oh my god, I feel very fulfilled. Thank you so much to everybody that contributed to that fundraising. You guys are amazing. Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you are just coming in, please hit the notification bell, hit the like button as you're coming in. Thank you, everybody that's contributed. Everything. Oh my gosh. I don't know whether I should dance. I don't know whether I should somersault. I don't know whether I don't even know how to thank you, my little fam, for making this possible. But just know that I appreciate you guys so much. I never ever take you for granted. Your love and support on this platform. People were donating to the point that Cash App was rejecting the money that I've reached the maximum. Oh my God, because in Cash App, I think they said it in a way that if you're sending international money, there's a limit that you can send weekly. Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Adupe, Tinyo ni baje. Thank you so much. Yeah, you will hear you hear her voice chat moment. Yeah, I spoke to her. I did a video call. Actually, she's gotten some part of the money. She hasn't gotten everything yet, but she's so elated already. Thank you so much. 1 million naira. Wow. We're grateful to God. The blessing will not pass you by. It will not pass me by. It will not pass any of us by in Jesus' name. Eshe Gonyo. Thank you very much. Dalu, 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 Dalu. Thank you all so much. I'm grateful. Thank you for being a part of the platform. Ashanti girl said, God bless you for using your platform. Yes, thank you. Amen. God bless you too for being a part of the platform. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So tonight, I'm really excited. Yeah, for me, thank you. Some people wanted me to confirm that they sent money. I can't, unfortunately, because people are sending to WhatsApp, what's it called, Cash App. They are sending to Nigeria account. They are sending to PayPal. So I have to sit down, collate everything. I can't confirm individual transfer, okay? Unfortunately, I cannot because remember, I still got a 9 to 5 work to do. I'm trying to still love and support the family and, be there as a mom and a wife. So unfortunately, I cannot confirm individual, transfer. But if you've done it, I believe you've done it. God will bless you. When you give in secret, God is the one that rewards openly. Sister Uju, you are here. Oh, I'm just giving appreciation before we start the show about Osinachi's trust fund. You should see the sister. Oh my God. She was so happy. Yeah. I did a very short video call with her because even when I was talking to her, she was on transit. She was traveling. So I told her I would call her back on Saturday. So put your notification on this Saturday or Sunday, where or whatever day that is convenient for her. We'll bring her. We'll talk to her, and briefly. Thank you, everybody. So tonight we are here to talk about a different matter. Okay, and it's about Ooni, the Ooni of Ife. So we've been keeping tabs on the wife, and people keep telling me that I'm getting it wrong. And I say to you guys, this thing is not an easy thing. When people marry once in 2 years, or once in 3 years or 5 years, then you can keep tab. We are talking about 6 wedding in 2 months. So if I don't get the chronology right, Emma Binu, you guys, please, try to bear with me. Go easy, Bahu. Thank you, testimony of grace. Grandma Uchi, thank you, ma. Welcome. But I think I finally got it today. I finally got the order correct because I took my time. This thing took me over 1 hour to do. I was trying to get this is what they call chronology. I got the chronology correct today. So if it's not correct by any means, peradventure, please just don't say it. Don't say it again. Because I did my best to arrange these wives. Oloris, laughing, go easy àti chronologize wọn, but I did my best. Samolu say number 6 has turned to motivational speaker. Lóòótọ́, I think the motivational speakers are going to be plenty because apparently number 6 is a blogger too. She says she's a blogger or she has a blog spot. So there will be plenty blogging and motivational speaking. I did my best to do this chronology. If I'm not correct, don't correct me. Take it like that. Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. It is not easy to be putting every Eke market day to be putting wife in an order. Go easy then, yeah? So this is what I came up with. All right. The first wife who was married before Kabiyesi became a king is the one that's number 1 there. Her name is Adebukola Bombata, right? But the fam, don't forget what I said though. Even if I got the order wrong, please accept it like that. Like I said, this chronology was not easy to do. Over 1 hour of my time it took today. Go easy, rarara. So please bear with me. According to the information I'm gathering now, let me use BM's voice. Only that Auntie Adebukola did not want to be an Olori. She didn't support Kabiyesi to become king, so she withdrew. And in my mind, I was just thinking, some women don't just like drama at all. The Oswald, I can see you. Welcome, my darling. When I share my link, come inside and talk. I'm also fine. Ìyàwó mi àtàtà. I see you. I love you. I heart you. They say she didn't want any part of all this Kabiyesi and Olori palace drama, so she exited. That they even had to allegedly, supposedly, reportedly, but they even told her, please just stand with him because Kabiyesi needs to have a wife by his side. So during the coronation, she was there, and after that, Auntie just exited and came back to the United Kingdom. I love her for that. I think she's a very peaceful person who didn't want any drama. And I'm sure she'll be looking back now and saying, God, I thank you for removing me from this situation. Imagine if she was still there. So she was never an Olori because she exited very quickly. Her name is Adebukola. She's number 1. You can see it there. Number 2 is our Edo sister, Olori Zainab Otiti Obano, who Kabiyesi married, the one they said she was not smiling. That marriage also has ended. I'm not going to dwell on that. It was a very brief one. She exited. I hear she's married to one prince now. Some people say he's Saudi prince. Some people say he's a Turkish or whatever. One of those places, that she even has a baby now. Congratulations to her. Number 3, Olori. Number 3 is Naomi prophetess Olori Naomi. So she's Olori prophetess Naomi Shilekunola. and she also has exited the building. Mhm. You all know she was the one that was much loved, most admired. I think I used to I liked Naomi, to be honest. I did like her. I can't say I really know Zainab or say much about her because I didn't quite, like I said in my previous show, I didn't quite see, the chemistry between her and Ooni. But with oh no, Lori Naomi, I kind of felt that, there was something there. There was passion, there was romance, there was maybe love. Is it a kata? Okay, Empress says a kata millionaire. Oh, all those people, the kind of money where they get, bank no they contain them, kata. Ha. Now owó burúkú làwọn people yẹn ní o. They get so much money, too much money. They worry those people. Oil well kind of money là ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ o. Mhm. Abby, you're asking me where they are seeing all these kings and princes to marry. Okay, oh, I don't know. Maybe we will need to send a memo to ex Olori Zainab to tell you where you want if you want to marry a Qatar prince. Emi Omao. I don't know. Mhm. Mhm. All right, Nancy, I'm good, my darling. Welcome. I've missed you too. All right. So from number 3, Olori Shilekunla left Kabiyesi. She's the one that is renowned on social media platform to serve Kabiyesi breakfast. So when she left, a lot of people are reportedly saying that Kabiyesi was heartbroken. Okay, because he really, really loved Olori Naomi. So Naomi left. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 are X. Now we're going to the current because I'm talking about today. I'm going to talk about the past, present, and future Oloris in their thing. Okay, past, current, and future because there's future. So please follow me. Bí mo ṣe ń bá lọ, follow me like that. Follow my train of analysis. I told you guys this analysis is not an easy thing. Mhm. Oh, people want to apply to be Oloriba. Okay, I will send you the application. I have one application and I will remember to share it before the end of this show. So now we have Olori Mariam, who is the head Olori now. I've forgotten the name that Princess Dami told us the name they called the head Olori. Guys, remind me, what do they call the head one? The first one now, who is now the head Olori now, the senior Olori. There's a name for her, I can't remember. She's number 1 now, the current one. I've done with past. I'm going to present now. We'll go to future very soon. Right? Are you guys liking the show at all? We are catching cruise there, Joe. Emma Binu. No disrespect to Kabiyesi, because all this is all on social media. We are not saying anything that is new. Is it Yeyelua? She's a Yeyelua Abi. Okay. Olori Mariam is the Yeyelua now. She's the first. She's the first Olori now. Those words, you are not a typical Yoruba girl. British has removed all your Yoruba-ness. You are saying Yale. It's not Yale, she's Yeyelua. It's a special title. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is Yeyelua. We're talking about the Yeyelua. Is it easy to be Yeyelua? No, it's not. To be a Yeyelua in the offing, you gotta be a woman that's not had children before, a woman that's not been married before. In those days, they say you gotta be a woman that is a fetching, but there's no fetching anymore. All the fetching has disappeared. All the fetching, no more fetching. So, okay. So, Olori Mariam is the Yeyelua now. Okay? Right. Let's keep it going. We celebrated Mariam's wedding here. She's our Igbira Olori from Igbira land. So she's the Yeyelua now. Followed in very quick succession with number 5, which is Olori Elizabeth Okpeolua. I think Olori Elizabeth is the one that is the most coded of all of them. I didn't see her wedding. I didn't see nothing. We just heard that she's an Olori. She lives somewhere in the diaspora. I didn't see nothing. In fact, I didn't see her in white. For us not to see an Olori in white. As a concerned member of this kingdom, I'm complaining now. We need to see our Olori in white because once you marry, Ooni Orisha, once you are you have the privilege to become a wife of a whole Ooni, you need to wear white. We didn't even see the wedding. Kilere gan. Auntie, Joema Binu, but we need to see you in white. Chegbo, please. I'm talking about Olori Elizabeth. Number 5. Okay. So we heard that Kabiyesi married Olori number 5, and she's Olori Elizabeth, but we didn't see anything. This is the one and only picture. In the whole of Obasanjo internet, I didn't see anything, any picture, and trust me, I did look. No social media presence, no picture, no wearing white, nothing, nothing. Guys, sit tight, oh. This story is going somewhere. Do you know that voice note that leaked that time when Olori Mariam got married that her friend was yabbing her, calling her out? We now know who is behind it. I am going to tell you tonight. I said this gist is going to be sweet tonight. Don't go anywhere, oh. Sam Olu said number 6 is now motivational speaker on social media on how to get married, while number 6 gave an unprecedented speech. Oh my God. Sam Olu, let me tell you something. That speech. Oh, I want to continue with my Kenny. That speech, Ashley's speech, I actually listened to it for the first time today. That one deserves a whole show on itself. Because as I was saying to my friend, hello, are you watching? As I was saying to you earlier, when I listened to Olori Ashley's speech today, I repented. We'll get to it in a minute. But that one is a whole new show on its own. Okay, where did I stop? I stopped at Olori number 5, Olori Elizabeth. I said that we've not seen Olori Elizabeth in white. We need to see Olori Elizabeth in white. We didn't see any wedding picture. And as a subject in that kingdom, I don't think it is fair on us. They say she lived in Scotland, Glasgow, Flora. How can she not even show white? When people that are aspiring Olori are already wearing white, you will soon find out. All the aspiring Olori now that are queuing up, they are all wearing white, yo. I never see anything. So, Olori Elizabeth, no, you cannot be Olori and you not show us your white. We need to see whites. We need to see you. Okay, moving on very quickly is Olori number 6. Olori number 6 is Olori Tobi Phillips, the beauty queen, who our brother Samolu has been saying she's the one that is motivational speaker now. She's the one that is giving speech up and down now, right? She's the one that has a blog spot. I think she did something. She was doing some blogging or some kind of content creating or something like that. That's Olori number 6. And she is Tobi Phillips. Beautiful woman. Very, very beautiful. And it's her story that we want to share tonight after we finish the chronology. She has a testimony. That testimony, we got to talk about it. Because some of you may gain something from that testimony. All right? I will get to the testimony in a minute. I'm not in a hurry. There's a testimony coming, Tobi, her name is Tobi, my son's namesake. Olori Tobi's testimony. That's the one we want to talk about because she said in her testimony, she said quite a lot. I'll get to it in a minute. Moving on to Olori number 7. Ashley, Olori Ashley. I was looking at Ashley with one corner eye since all this has been going on because all the things that all these social media people have been saying, that she's always been there, she's a side chick, she did this, she did that, and people have been talking about this speech she gave. Some people even have the audacity to say that the speech is like someone that won Oscars or someone that won a gold Olympic medal. Look at me, my busy life, I didn't have time to listen. Finally, today, I sat down and decided to check this speech. My people, ladies and gentlemen, this speech needs to be studied in Harvard and Oxford University. Cambridge needs to look into this speech. I listened to this speech and I was shockatalized. I was bamboozled. I was trembling. In fact, I ran to go and meet my husband that is married to only me. As far as I know, I said to Elo, I think my husband, as far as I know, it's only me that is married to. We are not two. I went to meet him. I said, okay, Igbo, I'm sorry. He said, he calls me B. He said, what happened? Why are you apologizing? I said, no, don't just, I'm sorry. I apologize. He said, what happened? I said, no, I think I've not appreciated you enough. I said, I don't appreciate you enough. I'm always complaining. I said, I listened to Olori Ashley's speech. The way Olori Ashley's speech made me feel, I feel I have to come and apologize to you because I'm the only wife you have. And if a wife who is number 7 and number 4 on the list of the current one can give this kind of speech, chai, I think I've been ungrateful. Let me come and apologize to you, sir. Emma Binu, sir. If I am not grateful enough for supporting me, for allowing me live my best life and not being on my way, you don't disturb me. You used to just allow me to live my best life, and I said, I'm reflecting, I'm preaching to myself. Emma Binu, sir. I'm sorry, sir. If I've not been a good wife, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. It was so funny. I listened to Olori Ashley's speech. Guys, Olori Ashley started by thanking her predecessors, including all the Oloris that are no longer on the face of this earth. The clarity in her oratory. Me, I've never seen a bride that gives a speech before on their wedding day. The clarity in the way she was naming all the her predecessors, the late Oloris in their thing. And she started naming all of them as a child. I've been a bad wife. I've been a bad wife. Please forgive me. I've been a bad wife. I'm gonna say, but please forgive me. I don't think I've appreciated you enough. If you didn't marry more than one, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the only wife that you have. You've not cheated on me to the best of my knowledge. I know our marriage has not been sweet all the way. We have our problem. Every marriage has their problem, share. We have our issue, but the way Olori Ashley has appreciated Kabiyesi, this speech that I heard today, read me woo. Temilade, Jesus. The way she said, Okomi, I say, Okomi, it's not Okomi, oh. Auntie, sorry, sis, it's Okowa, because they are like, she was not selfish, oh, she appreciated all the previous wives. She called him by all the names of the children we didn't know existed. She called him by, when she finished eulogizing all her in-laws, she recognized her family. She started talking about Kabiyesi's children, thanking all the kingmakers and everything. And then she settled down to appreciate Kabiyesi. I was like, wow, this is something. That was when I repented. Chinye, I repented today. I went to beg Baba. I said, Ejo, dariji mi, ẹ má bínú. I don't think I've been a good wife. The praises that she rendered on Ooni, oh my God. I don't think I've seen a thing like that before in my entire 50 years of existence. The appreciation. She felt so fulfilled, like she's arrived. I was like, eh? I say, okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Okay. You know that speech, I'm dedicating a show to it because we need to analyze it. All you guys like me, all of you that are monogamous, your husband marry only you. He doesn't cheat. He's not giving you any disease. You don't know. He's not cheating. No, there's no DV, and you are still grumbling. Today, we need to repent. All of us need to repent. You have to repent. Today, we must repent. So that's Olori Ashley. I had a different kind of respect for Olori Ashley today. Wow. You are wife number 4, and you are so appreciative, and you are so grateful. Wow. This is a woman that knows where she belongs. Unashamed. She knows. I like people that are authentic. She knows what she wanted, and people say she did everything she could in her power to get there. And when she arrived and she got the crown, she made sure that she told the world that yes. Yes, I see all of you wives in the building. I'm not talking about polygamous wives, though. If you are married to only one husband, and the husband is not married to another one that you know of, please, Don't forget that word that you know of. Oh. Remember somebody told us here one time that until the day the man will delete and they are burying him before you now know whether you are the only one or not. All of you start repenting. And I'm going to bring back that Olori Ashley speech so that we can start, you know, appreciating our husbands. If you are the only wife, if somebody that is wife number 4 can be so appreciative, Egbami, chai, no, I have to go apologize today. There's no name she didn't call him. Ha! Somebody that doesn't understand Yoruba was telling me I should interpret it as if some of those words don't have English meaning. There's no English interpretation for the names that Olori Ashley called the Ooni. This woman, she understands like she's a proper Yoruba girl. No name she didn't call him. I was like, wow, this is serious. Okay, let's move on. That one, I'm dedicating a show to is all you ungrateful wives like me. We need to have a meeting, village meeting, like Omoye will say. We need a village meeting to address ourselves. We need to start showing appreciation to all this our husband. Okay. Moving on is Olori. Number 8 is Olori Ronke Ademilui. Okay. And don't forget, like I said, these 6 weddings happened within 2 months. And number 9 is the last but not the least Olori, which is Olori Temitope Adeshegun. All right, I think I finally got the chronology correct. I got it correct. So the last wedding is the Olori Temitope is the last one, right? You don't know, after I finish doing all this wahala of compiling all these names and getting it right, because you people keep telling me that I'm getting it wrong, and I saw this video from is it newspaper or magazine? They now do the chronology. Imagine, after I finished doing the wahala, I was like, why didn't I see this before? I wanted to be very accurate. I wanted to give you the accurate chronology. So the last one, this is Olori Mariam, in case you don't know. She's the head Olori now in the Afin. She's the first one that was married after the Olori prophetess Naomi left. This is Elizabeth. I told you this is the only picture of this woman we can see. She's so coded. Are we sure that this Olori is cut out for polygamy? Because the way she's hiding, I don't understand. She's too coded though. Can she deal with polygamy? This Olori, this Olori Elizabeth that lives in Scotland, she's coded though. Man of prestige, Ola. No, 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 no. I hear you are going to 13. This is Toby Phillips, the beauty queen one. And it's her that gave a testimony we want to dissect tonight. This is Olori Tobi Phillips. Beautiful woman who says she did a photo shoot and wore wedding gown, not knowing that God is about to answer her prayer. This is Ashley. Princess Ashley. A woman that appreciates husband, that appreciates man. Me, worry. Chai! When they say she knows the Njile Konko of what it means to be an Olori, I believe it. I watched that video. I was sharing it. I shared it in all our platforms. You should go and watch what she said. I have to do a show to it. This is the new one. No, the second to the last. This is Ronke. This is second to the last Olori. And incidentally, this is the last wedding, Temitope Adeshegun. Right. Their portfolio is what you guys need to look. One of them, he had Oxford attached to her name. I think it's this Olori Temitope. So, Pause, thank you very much for that video. Kudos to Pause. With all this going up and down now, somebody in the US now said that it's like, it's always UK this, UK that. Anytime they're talking about Oloris, that there's a discrimination going on and they don't like it. That the US women are not being considered to be Oloris, that Kabiyesi should please consider looking to the US. Anytime you see Olori, you see Olori. It's always UK this, UK that. What about the US people? What happened to them? And then we start seeing pictures of the ones that become Oloris now. Who is this one? Hmm? This is the latest one, isn't it? This is Olori Timitope. Can you see old pictures? I don't know who posted it, but somebody said that they come a long way. You can see she was much, much younger there. You can see the Ooni. Can you see? This is like proper throwback pictures because since the coronation, remember, the Ooni doesn't wear any colored clothes. He only wears white. This is Ronke, right? Okay, this is Ronke. Is this Ronke? Yeah, this is Olori Ronke. Throwback picture. So, I mean, what a lot of people are saying is that all these women have always been in his life. Okay, they've been in on his life for a long time. So they've always been there. Throwback picture here and there. This is all of your own Kirby. Okay. So many throwback pictures. This is another one. Who is this one? Is this Temitope? Is this the last wedding? I think this is the last one. Is this the last one or am I wrong? No, this is not the last one. No. Okay, so there's an incoming one. No. Olori number 7 is loading. According to Nigerian busybody blogs, they said that it is not stopping anytime soon. No, the Oloris are not stopping anytime soon. That there is another one, number 7, that is loading. The Ooni of Ife reportedly said to marry the 7th wife, 7th of how many now? 7th of 10. Yeah, because 3 pass and 6 current. So this is the 7th one. They say her name is Aridunu. Very lovely name. I love that name. Someone that's found joy, someone that's found happiness. This is the upcoming one according to Nigerian blogs. Them saying you. She's the incoming one. And I dare say that, when I was looking at that Ashley's wedding, Olori Ashley, oh, you people know about Laide. Ah, Obodo farm not too much. Oh. Somebody say Laide is still waiting. No, I don't think she's gonna get in. All the aspiring Oloris that are waiting, I don't think Laide is gonna make it. She's not getting the cut because she's been apparently that voice note that was out there when Olori Mariam got married, and that person was throwing shade at Olori Mariam. They said it was a lady that is called Laide Bakari. Laide Bakari, that's what her name is. That she's the one that was the one that was throwing shade. Though they say her name is Laide. No, not Bakari. Laide Lanre Badmos. I have the picture somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I put a picture. You see, the picture's too many. I don't even know what I have here and what I don't have anymore. I think I uploaded a picture. Somebody already told me on Instagram, and then I googled it and I found that a lot of our bloggers have been talking about it. Once that she's the one that was releasing all those evidences, that was calling out Marian. Marian is pretentious. She's this, she's that. And meanwhile, while she was doing this, she did say that she's got nothing to do with the Ooni, that it was her father. Her Christian, her, I'm trying not to laugh. Because we know how this is my brother. My brother used to work. It's my uncle. It's my uncle. You're not related by blood, though. It's your uncle. It's your uncle. But apparently, she's the one that supposedly behind those voice notes that we did a show about, when she was basically calling out Mariam, saying that she's a pretentious person. She's collecting money from her Ale. Ale means man friend. And she also said that She was not feeling Marian. I don't think she was feeling Olori Marian in all this. She was not. I think we did a show about it, and we did say that the way she sounded, it sounds like someone who was bittered. Someone who was very bittered, right? That's what we said in that show. I found a picture. Eshe Goni. Yes, I have a picture. Let me show you guys. We said that she was sounding like somebody that it seems like maybe she wanted to be an Olori. Her name is Laide Lanre Badmus. So reportedly, she's the one that leaked that audio saying things about Olori Marian. Marian did this, Marian did that. Owolofife Oko, that she was the one that built supermarket allegedly for the Kabiyesi and all that. I was watching a very funny woman today, earlier on today, and she was dissecting this matter. I laughed. I wanted to fall on the ground. And the person basically said that what she said is that this lady wanted to be an Olori herself. And she's pained because she didn't make the cuts. I don't know if she was friends with Marian. I don't know why she picked on Marian directly. Maybe they were friends. I don't know. But there must have been something that went on between them. Why she decided to pick. Because as we all know, today in this just internet, that since Kabiyesi married Olori Marian, he's married 5 other women within a space of 2 months. So if I was Miriam, obviously she knows what the deal is. She got into it knowing that, this is going to be polygamy. Maybe Kabiesi told her, you're not going to be the only one. And I kept asking myself, do they get invited to when the future Oloris are coming in? Do they get invited to the wedding? Because if my husband is doing something, I want to be there. I'm the wife, I should be there. Do you think they get invited? It's just a thought. Because I'm thinking if my husband is doing something, why should I not be there? But I don't think they have that privilege to be invited. Anyway, according to all the aunties that were dissecting this matter, they said that this lady, Lanre Badmus, is the one that released that audio. And she wanted to be an Olori, but didn't quite get in. She is saying that she didn't want to, that the Kabiyesi is like a father figure to her. He was an uncle, he helped her, he supported her business, then he became a king, and he's like a father figure because as the Ooni Orisha is the father figure to all, anyone that comes from Oduduwa kingdom is like it will be a father figure to you, spiritual father, right? But guess what? When I went to check her Instagram, she was dressed all in white. Ah, I said, is this a coincidence? Every of her attire was in white. I said, so when that auntie that was dissecting this matter said that she's an aspiring Olori, I am inclined to believe it because you can see from her dressing that she's already preparing. That's how Olori Ashley used to dress, all in white. Ashley has one of the most... This is very, very serious, my people. Olori Ashley used to wear different kind of designers. When I first saw this one, the one on my screen, I thought it was a chef cap. I said, is this one a chef cap? Then I now saw that no, it's design. It's not an easy thing. Keeping up with all this dressing. Imagine you having to discard the whole of your wardrobe. Or maybe you now only wear it inside the house. Bola Salami said that Laide was already preparing herself as Olori. I see. Wow. Victoriously, Vicky said, the ladies are all over 45, divorced with kids. So ladies feel the respect of the Ooni. I see. I see. Okay. So something definitely went on why she didn't become the Olori and Marian got in. Because she was seriously throwing shade at Marian, saying that Olori Marian used money to buy husband. That she bought his built supermarket allegedly and all that. Supposedly she used her money. And those people that were analyzing, you should listen to them, you will laugh. Like one lady was like, if it was that easy, you to run it now. You to run it now. Why didn't you run it? Boss lady said Laide felt betrayed. Why? Was she having something to do with the Ooni? Because according to everything I've seen, it seems like publicly she's denying that they were having a relationship. She was saying that the Ooni is her godfather. He's like a father figure. So is it kind of godfather, father figure, figuratively? Why did she feel betrayed if she didn't have anything? Because when I checked her social media, the way she dressed, you can tell that yes, she was probably preparing. Hmm. She was preparing to be one of the Oloris. They were friends. Boss lady said I heard they were friends. Oh really? Wow. They said she's from Oyo State and she's in politics now. Wow. Okay. Whatever it is, may God give everybody peace. It's not easy. It's only one Kabiesi, and all these plenty women up and down. You people should give our Kabiesi peace, so we don't want wahala. Anybody that doesn't want to give our Kabiesi peace, that person is going to be kicked out. We don't want any stress. Nobody should stress Kabiesi. If you want to join, you have to join peacefully. Don't come with violence. Nobody wants violence in their thing. We need peace in their thing. So these are the latest wedding. This is the last wedding. This is the last wedding. Not the last on record. Like, it's not the final wedding, no. Like I told you, there's one more wedding coming up and maybe so many more. Okay? This is Olori Tobi on her wedding day. All right. Look at that. Fantastic. Beautiful cake. It's not easy. Somebody keeps asking the question, "Wait, how is it possible?" Like I said, I heard that Olori Mariam and Laide were friends. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Somebody is asking the question, how come all these well-accomplished women, doing very well, educated women, financially secured women, why are they lining up? And you know what? What I've noticed in all the weddings that I've seen is that they genuinely look very, very happy during their wedding day. Hmm? Kayana is saying that people are talking about infection. Guys, please free me. There is no infection. Any infection that is coming, we are talking about Afi. KBS's, he's got some rumor that will destroy any infection that is flying. Rumor that will destroy it. So please, these ladies look genuinely happy. Can you see? Can you see this? They look really, really happy. And their family members are there, they are supporting them. Eh? Eh. Boss lady, don't worry, we are going to come to that one. I'm coming to it. I want to show you. Can you see this? Can you see? I was watching this. I took the audio out. When I was watching this, they were saying, "Lórúkọ ti Baba, àti Ọmọ, àti Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́." God is not an author of confusion. Please, you guys should leave Christianity alone. I don't know why some of these people that practice traditional African belief feel like you can't do it. Just do it with your full chest without bringing Christianity into it. Joe. God is not an author of confusion now. So you hold all these people their hand together for someone that is going to be wife number 6, and you are calling Lórúkọ ti Baba àti Ọmọ àti Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́. That means in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost. It's not right. You are calling the name of the God in vain. Don't take the name of the Lord in vain. So you see all these Oloris, their family members are there, their parents are there, they are so happy. It's like an achievement to them. You see what they say? One man's meat is another month's, eh? This is the other one. I heard that her sister, somebody sent me something and said that the sister, the one behind her is a priestess. Is a Oloku priestess, the one behind her. That's her sister. is an Oloku priestess. They are genuinely very happy. Honestly, they are. So, what I'm saying is that there's a reason, right? Why these weddings are so famous. They make it to the social media. People are attending. They are celebrating it. Someone said in my last show, hmm, the boss lady say, Auntie B, God no go follow them go that marriage, oh. I beg. Boss lady, familiar, oh, how do you know? Eh? How do you know? I don't know whether God will follow them or it's Orisha that will follow them. Whatever follows them. That's is I don't understand. Anyway, time is going. I think I've been catching a lot of cruise and time is going. So let me get to the crux of the matter. So the Nigerian blog GBL said that something has been going on in the Afi since all these weddings have been taking place. Remember that there are multiple weddings taking place simultaneously in the Afi, right? And GBL is saying that there's been some gbasgbos along the way. Uh, Unconfirmed. I'm going to put that word unconfirmed because I don't know whether it's true or not. But GBL is saying that there was apparently something that went on there where there was some disagreement over parking lot or parking space. That Olori Ashley and Olori Tobi were in disagreement over parking lots. This is it. GBS says royal slabs. Gbasgbos in the palace of Ooni of Ife. Olori Tobi Phillips Ogunwusi is said to have given Olori Ashley Ogunwusi the beating of her life over parking space. Whether this is true or not, I do not know. GBL is reporting. Okay, we're not going to dwell on that. We're moving on to the testimony. When I mean testimony, I mean testimony. This is where I'm going to run through it because I wasted a lot of time talking talking about, the chronology. Is that story false? I don't know whether it's true or false, but GBL reported it, and I'm just, saying it as GBL said. So, where I'm going to tonight is about the testimony of Olori Toba Phillips. She said, a man once said to me, my type can't marry. Bearing in mind the chronology, the way I put it, yeah? Don't forget to, what's her number on that list? She's number 3 on that list, okay? She's 3 of 6, okay? She's number 3 on 3 of 6, right? She said, a man once said to me, I cannot marry. This is her testimony. And she said that she curated a dream wedding show without knowing that she's going to get married soon to her husband, who is the Ooni of Ife, Adeyeye Ogunwusi. And she said that the backstory is that barely a month into her marriage to the Ooni, the Olori Tobi said that the monarch who married her on the 9th of October, she revealed how she prayed that their union should come into existence. Remember I told you that most of these ladies have always been in Ooni's life. Yes, that's what she said. She prayed it. She's a graduate of marine science from the University of Lagos, fashion entrepreneur, and the owner of S2P Luxury Fashion. They say she's the youngest of the 5 new Oloris. And she's the most outspoken on social media. She's savvy on social media because of the nature of her job. She's a motivational speaker, you can say. So in this post that she posted, she's only 31 years old. I think she's got children from previous relationship. And she was 2012 Miss. She won Miss University Africa. World Miss University Africa. So she did a bridal collection. You can see on the left here, you can see the bridal collection. She was wearing a wedding gown without knowing that she will be getting married soon. So I'm telling you now, all of you that are trusting God, believing God, you need to key into this testimony now, because I'm talking seriously now. Ah, Ebele, why are you like this now? Why are you like this? Ebele is saying, Auntie B, in her mind now, she dreamt of being a princess and queen, and now God made her a queen. So this is her testimony, eh? Ah, chai, Ebele, you the verse, so. Motivational speaker is giving you testimony. You need to listen with an open heart. Okay? Right. She said that at some point, she wanted to do like a wedding shoot and everything, and she talked to a few of her friends. Nobody was available to do it, and she created this, fairy tale. She made it look as nice as possible. None of her friends was available to wear the dresses. Hmm? Hmm. Right? No, Samolo, you didn't put it well. You need to put it in focus. You bear in mind where we are coming from. All right, we want to get our facts right, because we are evidence driven here. She's number 3 of 9. Number 3 of 9. 3 of 9. That's where she stands. Okay, 3 of 9. And there's nothing wrong in that, to be honest. If people are comfortable in their choices that they make, then who are we? We're not judging them. We're not judging them. No, 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 we're not. This is her testimony, and I want you guys to listen to this. She said that around August, that someone made a statement that struck her in her nerve. That she planned these bridal collections, and for months she was preparing for it and everything. She was looking for models, and none of her friends were available. At a point, she said, I decided to do it myself. And I had a very deep urge to go all out for this photo shoot. I made it look like a fairy tale as possible, and a friend of mine facilitated the shoot. Apparently, she was doing the wedding photo shoot of her dreams, not knowing that she was getting married soon. And she said, I've always been this kind of person, that follows how I feel within without questioning how foolish it may seem to others. So in late July and early August, someone made a statement to her that struck her. It struck a nerve in her, but I kept my cool with a smile. And this person, I think, is one of these people that you're always trolling people for not being married or being single mothers. That is wrong. Anyway, I condemn it. It's not right. Don't do that, please. The person said that she doesn't seem like the kind of woman that gets married, because he thinks I am too vavavoom. Hmm? That's what the person said. You are too vavavoom, so you are not the type that gets married. Hmm? And she said this was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I want to take a minute to say that, please, if you are here, are you guys liking this video? If you're enjoying our cruise tonight, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you've not done so. But talking seriously, now I want to say, if you are on social media, as a lot of us are, please be mindful of what you are saying to people. These are human beings. Irrespective of your personal, opinion or feelings about their life choices or lifestyle, be kind. Don't troll people because they are single parents, and it's not nice. It's not nice. So obviously, this troll said something that really, it affected her a lot. And she said this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, in the past 1 year, I haven't really questioned God or really requested any major thing. And so I practically promised God that I will share my public testimony by singing and dancing every Sunday on social media for as many Sundays as it requires for Him to grant me a gift that will shock people who have said or done mean things to me. Yeah, be kind. Let's just be kind. Let's just be kind. Even when you're catching cruise, be kind. I don't like mean people. I don't like trolls. Be kind. So that was how Olori Tobi started dancing, oh, and giving God praises, oh. And she entered into a competition. She did all that. The summary of this long epistle is to say, ask and you shall receive. She said, in her own words, in quote, she said, I'm not trying to shove spirituality down your throat. I'm just here to tell you, ask and you shall receive. And that's true. She said, let go and let God. Because the truth is, this manifestation happened just after I tendered my request to God with the reaffirmation that I am trusting Him. When you say I'm trusting Him, I mean, what she meant there is I'm trusting Him to give me a husband. She said, if you know my story, you will understand the direction I'm coming from. That is deep. And she ended the quote by saying, spiritual manifestation is when you are flowing, not forcing. It's different from goal setting because it's like you are co-creating with the universe. Wow. She was dancing and singing in church until it will happen. Did it happen or not? It did. It did happen. So whatever your feelings are, if you don't believe in polygamy, a lot of people don't believe in polygamy, cannot stomach this content. I know. I know. Whatever our personal beliefs or personal values are concerning this, remember it's not your life. It's got nothing to do with you directly. You can't say that, okay, they are influencing people, but I tell you, even as we speak, we just told you about another wannabe Olori that is waiting. And she even feel very, very aggrieved that they've not elevated her. I don't think that's going to happen now anyway. I don't think that ladies one is ever going to happen because that ship has sailed now because the voice note she sent to KBAC is out there. And she disrespected Queen Miriam. So it's not ever going to happen. All right. So this is the testimony. This is her testimony. What do you get? What do you take from it? What do you take from this testimony? Do you feel like, some people, it's one thing for you to give you a revelation, it's one thing your understanding of that. Guys, you are not liking, no. I'm seeing the video. It's only 240 likes, and we've got 938 people watching. Please take a minute to hit the like button. Eh? BA said, Auntie B, do you know though that people have different gods? Yeah, of course, I know that. I absolutely know that. People have different gods, people have different deities, people have different things they worship. Junior, how are you? Thank you so much. Gifted us $25 and said, good job, my Egbon. I love you very much. You haven't called into the show for a while now. I hope you are well. Thank you so much. So, this is a testimony. And this is her own interpretation that she said, if you know my story, that kind of made me reflect when she said, if you know where I'm coming from, then you will understand. And bearing in mind that these women feel very appreciated. Some people are still queuing up. Well, I told you there's a wedding coming. We have other weddings that are coming for over the same, marriage matter, over the same kingdom, KBAC, that are waiting to join. So if you as a lot of you will feel here, Obodoyibo women, you feel like you are disgusted. How can I be a second wife? How can I be wife number 4? How can I be wife number 5? I can't share. It's me and my husband alone. It's my husband and wife alone. One man, one wife. You've been busy, Junior. Oh, you dey listen every show. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, my darling. I love you. You know that already. Interpretation. Eh? The vision and what you are trusting God for, interpretation is different. So, what is your take in all this? All this, bearing in mind that others are lining up, because as we can tell from the story that I've just taken my time for over 1 hour talking, and my spit in dry is now drying up in my mouth. I have to drink water. Taking my time to chronologize this matter for over 1 hour today. Since that testimony, this is number 6. Number 6 is the one I gave the testimony. There's been 3 more weddings. Since then, I'm just thinking in my mind, if it's me, how will I feel? Do you think that these women totally understand or accept this situation? Especially if GBL is saying that there's already gbasgbos in the affair, that Olori Naomi, not Naomi, sorry, if that the same person that we're talking about, Olori Tobi Phillips, and Ashley are already dragging, allegedly, supposedly, reportedly dragging the parking garage or car park. Do they fully understand? And then I want to link it to what it means to have an adeori. I put that in quotes because we're talking about Yoruba culture here, okay? And in Yoruba culture, a woman that is not married is not considered to have adeori. Maybe if you understand a bit, you understand a lot of Yoruba, not a bit, even though you're an Igbo girl. So if you are not married in Nigeria, you don't have adeori. Is this in that context that now finally I have an adori, even though it's a polygamy, we are sharing and all that? I mean, what's your take in all this? I'd like to hear from you. My link is in the comment section. Please give this video a thumbs up and you are welcome to join the discussion. Let's talk about all this. Thank you very much, everybody. Ife, my darling, how are you?
I'm well, Auntie B. I hope you've had a drink of water. You said you're thirsty.
1 whole hour. Chai! It's not easy. But you know what? I enjoyed it. Whenever I can take a break from all the heavy stuff, I'm happy.
I can tell. I mean, you're so excited. Your voice
I
sounds
am.
so.
You
I
know
mean,
what made me excited?
it has zest. And to
Do you
think that
know?
it's 7 p.m. over there, or is it 8 p.m. over there
Is
in the
it?
UK?
Do you know what got me excited? I've been excited all day.
Thank
Do you know
God.
why?
Tell me. Tell
It's
me about
Ashley's speech. I finally listened to it today. Olori Ashley. Ify,
it.
that speech. Ha! Me, ìrírú ẹ̀rí láyé mi.
I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but there was so much
I'm going to send
hype
it to you
about
on
it.
WhatsApp. You need to listen. This woman was literally, I've never seen somebody that appreciates, she was emotional, the way she was talking.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people said she talked so much to the point where she said, "God has finally disgraced me." I
Now,
don't know.
no, she said, is it disgrace her enemy? Me?
She said disgraced her. One
No
woman, I
matter.
think, one
You
woman.
know, when you talk so much in an event, even though it's your event, the MC and all the musicians are start beating drum for you. But okay, otito. That's what happened.
This is so funny and so hilarious. Just listening to
Aruna, thank you so much for the super chat. God
this.
bless you. She said I should drink malt. I thank you. I will drink malt.
Nigerian malt. And to
Yes.
be, one of the things that I've been on because of the excitement, it's hard for me to tell whether what you're doing today is sarcasm or you're just being you today. It's
I
hard
think
for
it's
me.
a bit of all of it, you
All of
know.
it, okay. Okay,
Yes.
now that I know
It's a
that.
bit of all of it, yeah.
Okay, so
Sarcasm in terms of so much appreciation for
Mhm,
joining a legion of women,
mhm.
but also deep reflection on, the journey that is each and every one of these women have had in their
Yeah.
lives. Right? We are
I
not in their life. We don't know what they've been to. When
mm,
Olori Tobi Phillips said, if you know my journey, you understand where I'm coming. I don't know
mm.
her life.
Auntie B, I told you I had to go and create a fake Instagram account because my friend pushed me to it. She said, "Oh, I'm tired of sending you screenshots from Instagram. You should create a fake one so that you can know what's going on." The only reason why I joined Instagram, which I'm going to get off Instagram after the election of 2023, was because of these stories, this series that GLB was doing on all the presidential candidates, where she was unleashing lots of stuff and just revealing stuff about politicians. And that's how I got to hear about the story where the two of them, they did Gbasgbos. One of the, two of the Oloris. I think
Yeah.
it was Philip and what's the name of it?
Ashley.
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 So there was one guy who commented there and said, "GLB, you're lying. I work in the palace.
Right.
These women have chalets or, or chalets or whatever they call it. Each of them have big parking space. Nobody crosses anybody's path." So the guy was like, "Hey, you're lying, GLB, and this is not true." And he said that Toby has not moved into the palace yet. So how is it that Toby is not in the palace yet and they are doing basketballs for each other? So that's how I
Right.
knew that. That's because, I mean, when the guy said GLB is lying, I'm like, show us proof. I mean, what are you talking about? GLB doesn't lie. And GLB is a human being, and
Of
somebody,
course. Of course.
they tip her off, and sometimes she doesn't investigate so much, and
Yes.
she comes up
Yes.
and she puts it up. But this guy works in the palace, and he refuted the story and said it
Mhm.
wasn't correct. So that's one about that. Auntie B, let's not forget that these are Yoruba women.
Mhm.
Let's not forget. I also want to point out that out of all these girls with this Ooni they carry, none of them fine reach the one we just waka come out now. That fine girl, what's that name? Naomi. Naomi is
Princess Olori Princess Naomi.
nobody has anything on her. So I think the man is trying to follow tradition. He's tried to be, a very modern king, and modernity is not on his side, and nothing's working with this one man, one wife thing. I'm sorry, I apologize to all the Yorubas. Mi ò bú Oriade o, Oriade, yes. Mo
You
bọ̀wọ̀
know,
fún
we always
Oriade.
keep it respectful. I know
Yes,
you are not that type anyway,
yes,
Ify, so I know you're gonna keep it respectful. Well, I
yes.
mean, to me, I don't even have anything to say. It's our agenda.
Yeah, it's our agenda, but let's not forget that these are Yoruba women. See, the Yoruba
Yoruba
culture,
women and marriage are like 6 and 7.
they are
No,
like 6 and 7. So let's not get, see, you will never find a Niger Delta woman, an Igbo woman, or an Hausa woman in this particular position. Of course,
Hausa, yes,
you will
yes,
never
you can
find.
find Hausa,
The
yes,
only
Hausa.
time, the only time we had an Igbo woman, that Jennifer girl that is the fourth wife to Atiku. Now, money she find go, everybody know that one. Igbo, you will not find an Igbo girl in this kind of situation. So let's not rule out culture. And you are right when you say what is what's the catch really? What is it that's catching their fancy in this harem of women? Because it's a harem. This is no longer an ordinary marriage. Normal law. What I'm beginning to see here is that let's consider the culture. These are women who feel like they are incomplete
Without a husband,
without a
yeah,
husband, and some of them are paying for these weddings.
yes,
If anybody paid attention to what that woman that leaked the audio was saying, is that, hey, Kabesi, you only bought meat when you got married to
yes,
Miriam. Now
yes.
Miriam buy drink. Now Miriam pay for chairs. Now Miriam pay for everything. So these
Yes,
women
she even
are,
said allegedly that Marian is the one that built the supermarket.
of course, Miriam did. Miriam did. In fact, some people have gone. You know how these internet, investigators are. They've gone to do their findings, and based on the findings that they made, they can tell that Miriam actually built a shopping mall.
Somebody is saying in the comment section, a
Yeah,
boss lady is saying to you, Ify,
yeah.
that GLB is not lying, that somebody else has talked about it, that incident did happen.
Oh, okay. So who is that guy that came? These people, they just plant people on the internet to say it's
Oh,
not
yes.
true. It's
And
not
you know,
true.
another thing, let me tell you something, Ify, let me shock you.
Mm-hmm.
When we did the last show, thank you, Miriam Francis, for that super chat. God bless you. I appreciate you, my darling. Thank you so much. Let me tell you something. Somebody said
Mm-hmm.
that these Oloris, a lot of them now have bloggers in their pockets. And they are the
Mm-hmm.
ones that are always sending GLB information where we are next in line. Because don't forget that they are also trying to gain, fame,
Relevance. Yes, relevance.
relevance. They are trying
Yes.
to gain, they want the world to know them.
Right,
Well, how
right.
do you think all these wedding videos that we keep seeing every day, how are they coming out from
And to
social
me,
media?
these people are learning. Most of them are UK based now. They learn from the royal family. I'm sorry to say. I mean, all of those stories about Meghan and all of that that's being leaked to the press. Who's leaking them? You have people in the palace who leak stories. So this oneself, they are learning. They grew up, they lived in the UK, schooled in the UK. And what do you expect? They learned from the best. I won't be surprised if these women are the ones who are these are desperate women. These are women who, in addition to the Yoruba culture, they're desperate. I mean, because I don't understand when they say, and let's not forget the Nigerian press now, what for them? When
Let me ask you this: If
yeah,
you are an Igbo girl, you were born and brought up in Lagos. Is
yeah,
there a word in Igbo language for Ori? What that Yoruba word we're talking about just now?
mm-hmm. Oriade
Uh, Oria, is
or
it a Oria? No, not Oriade.
Ori,
What do they
Ori,
call the husband? When you have a
um,
husband as a woman, there's a name they call you, that you have
oh,
that name. Ori something something Ori.
well,
Is there a word for it in Igbo language?
well, in Igbo language, the Igbo language, there's a way you would say nice things. The husband would say nice things to the wife, di wunye ya, or something like the husband of the wife, beautiful woman, or something. We don't see the cultures are so different, and anybody can correct me here. I'm just so too Lagosian,
No,
but really, there's no such thing as
no, not Olowori.
oh yeah,
Adeori. Hey, it's Adeori.
Adeori.
That's the word I'm
Yes,
looking
it's
for.
Adeori.
Adeori. What is
Yeah,
the word in your because until I understood, okay, I started hearing Yoruba from when I was young, then I went to Ife,
yeah,
perfected it and
right.
all that. But
Mhm.
I never heard that word. In my culture, it doesn't exist.
It does not exist even in Igbo land too. Anybody that says it exists,
Adeori. Adeori
Adeori,
is something that
like the crown
it's
on your
only
head.
women that are married. Even if you are the 50th wife, you have
Yes,
Adeori.
right.
One man can be an Adeori to 50 women. It doesn't matter. Just have a
Yes.
man that is attached to you. I'm trying to dig into that to understand
No,
where
it's a
it is
Yoruba
coming from.
thing. Auntie,
Why is it that if you're not married,
it's a
then you don't
Yoruba
have an
thing.
Adeori? Where does it come from?
No,
Maybe a Yoruba person can explain it to us.
yeah, it's a Yoruba
Let's
thing.
ask Adewale. Adewale is here. Adewale, darling, do you understand? You are very young. You may not understand it. Maybe if Uncle Ade was here, he will probably understand it. But let's try it
Giving
now.
it to me.
Hello,
Um,
sweetie.
yeah. I think I'll just explain to the best of my abilities. Growing up, I'm just gonna say something personal about my parents. My mom is 2 years older than my father, and I never got to know until like when I was in primary six. I was filling a form and I was asked to put my the date of birth of my parents, and then I knew. I was like, I told my mom that I never know these things. Like why, like that she respects him so much. She
Yes.
just says like Okomini, like my mom has never
Olumorimi.
she has never
Yeah.
like
Adeorimi.
in Yoruba language, when you're talking to someone with respect, you use plural pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
So she has
Mm,
never used like singular pronouns for my dad before. I was like,
yeah. And that's
I
out of respect, right?
out of respect, I just kept asking myself, it's like, why did she respect him so much? And then I
Yeah.
realized like it's something in the Yoruba culture, because
Culture.
in Yoruba culture we believe that the essence of our life starts in our head. So
Ori.
you when you hear songs like Ori Jafun and
Ori.
all those kind
Mm-hmm,
of things.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
when women get married to their husbands, it's like the man is not just a husband, it's kind of like their mini god.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like that's where you hear Olowo Rimi, Ade, those kind of thing. Like he's the crown of my head, sort of thing. So like when you look at like Yoruba history in the past, you see you like the reverence the wives have for their husbands was more than just marriage. It was kind of like you're my, I don't want to use like master. Sort of it's a weird, I don't know how to explain it. It's a weird thing. And like if like Yoruba women growing up, they don't even have to tell you. It's like they start learning those things. So
Nika
even so
said,
when they
yeah, Nika said, even though she's older than him, yeah, it's
Yes.
a
yes,
Yoruba thing.
Yes.
It's a Yoruba thing. Yeah.
yes.
Adeori. This
Olówó
one
orí
is
adé
saying that
orí.
Adeori means just respect to the man. It's, I don't think it's just
I don't think
respect.
it's
Oh,
just
it's more
respect.
than
I don't
that.
think it's just
Oh,
People have
respect.
taken it
It's
too
more than
far,
that.
and to be,
how come
you
if
know
you
why
are
I
a
say
single
so.
woman, you
More
don't
than
have
that.
a? Why
Yeah.
is it that it's only married people that have an Adeori? And
It's
does it
more
It,
have
than
to be
respect.
a man that you are? Do you have to be married to have an Adeori? I want to get context about this because I'm always very curious about things like that.
but
Because
It's
to
that's
more
be,
than
why.
respect. I
yeah,
don't know how to
to be,
explain
I
it.
wanted to quickly add though that when you say something repeatedly and when something has become a part of a people's culture for centuries, it doesn't just become a saying; it becomes part of their culture.
Part of
These
the
women
problem.
have heard it said to them by their great grandmothers, grandmothers, their mothers. For them, they begin to feel incomplete when the
Is it
Adeori is
similar?
not there.
Tony is saying that Sarah in the Bible called Abraham my Lord. That is just a show of respect to the husband.
Well, it has gone beyond a show of respect. It has gone
What?
come to a point where women now have to pay for their own weddings to find their ways to the palace, where
God,
it feels to me like the title of Olori and what's the name of this, the first wife's title, because she has a special title. Miriam's title now is Yeyelua. All of this, it has now become something that you can buy.
So
And
if you don't have a husband, it means that you don't have a deori,
it means
which
that the woman
brings
is
the
crownless.
discrimination.
It means that the woman is crownless. There's no crown on the person's head. Well, I don't want to mention the name of the pastor, one of the most popular pastor in Nigeria. One time went on the pulpit and was saying all these women that are not married, they don't have any crown on their heads and all of that. And there was so
Who is
much.
putting the crown? Is this a spiritual crown or is it a physical one? I'm curious. I want to
Yeah,
know.
it's supposed to be a crown that will earn you respect in the society now. I mean, somebody like Toby Phillips that went to do wedding for herself, in the absence of a real wedding, there was no wedding at all. I mean, she had to do a photo op for a wedding, and she comes out now and she's trying to normalize, being a sixth wife. And of course, before you know it, people catch on to these things, and then they become to make it a norm. Like it is okay for you to be in a polygamous marriage, which I have nothing against. But when you begin to make it look like it's cool to do this, and so the cool
Okay.
kids are the ones who are the sixth wife in a family.
Right.
I mean, for me, Auntie B, when I started seeing this charade happening, I said to myself, this is why Naomi ran away. Now,
Mm.
Naomi, I think Naomi said to herself, man, these biofluids that is flying around, I don't think I can take this. And I want to sọ pé alálẹ̀ máa pa STD. Ibo ni alálẹ̀ ti pa STD? STD is a respecter of no man. I mean, a
Let me
powerful.
take this comment.
Yeah.
ST said, Adeori means my crown, my protection, my love. And Dio said that if you are not married, you don't have an Adeori. But that's not fair though. Is that fair?
Well, Auntie B, it's culture now. Auntie B, it's culture. And you know what? It's left for people to believe it or not. There are some Yoruba girls who are not thinking like Toby. Not all Yoruba girls, but we know that the bulk of the Yoruba population, especially for the women, this is it. This is what life is all about. It doesn't matter how far you've come in your life. You better end up finding an Adeori, even if you are the ninth wife in the Adeori harem. You have to find a position. Oma Rapala Wabeni, like
Some
Oma
people are
Wong.
thinking in the comment section, I'm seeing some comment, I've had to put someone on timeout because
Yeah.
they were just being obnoxious. And
Yeah.
some people that are new here don't understand how we run things here. So
Mhm.
I will just excuse you. But when we talk about here, we talk for understanding, for learning, and for
Mhm.
lessons. So we don't talk because we want to shade anybody. All right.
Mhm.
So if you're in the comment section, you keep it respectful or you get blocked. So the reason why I'm hammering on this is not
Mhm.
because I don't like Yoruba culture or I
Mhm.
have anything against Yoruba
Right.
way of life.
Right.
I am looking at it from a point of view because I understand growing up in Nigeria, the discrimination that people who have not managed to find a husband or who are not married, what they go through. For me, it is unfair. This is the way I reason. If you, as a human being, everybody should be respected.
Mhm.
Parents respect your children.
Right.
Children respect your parents.
Right.
Man, woman, child, everybody should be respected. Respect
Right.
disabled people, respect everybody.
Right.
But when a culture only promotes respect for people who are married because they have an adeori, and you that does not have the adeori does not deserve respect, then I have a problem with it.
Well, Auntie B, I like the fact that you're addressing this. I think your last show also touched on, why people shouldn't pressure other people to be in a situation that they don't want to be in. I remember when I was in Unilag, there was this girl who stayed on my floor. Her name is Aramide. Aramide came to me and she was very frantic. And we were wrapping up, right? We were in our final year, just trying to wrap up the last semester. And she was like, Ify, hey. I said, Kilo de Aramide, like, what's up? Like, what's going on? And she said to me, have you found a man? I said, what do you mean? She said, we're about to graduate now. Is this how we are going to be left hanging? Hey, me, I want husband before I leave. This is a Yoruba girl. This is a Yoruba girl who is not even bothered about her final year results. who is not bothered about where she's going to serve. You know, in final year, I had already started planning where I was going to serve. I knew I was not going to leave Lagos because me only want to anybody in BT NYC and all of that. This girl is not thinking about that. She's not thinking about how she's going to get a job or
Because
anything.
we are a product of our culture, innit?
Exactly, we're a product of our culture.
You see where if you understand, I think you understand where I'm going with this.
Yes, I know.
I'm
So,
saying that the way we are socialized,
yeah,
and
yeah,
like you mentioned my last show, I was talking about people. Please just allow people to live their life.
yeah,
If you want to get married, get married. If you don't
right,
want to get married, it's fine.
right.
Some people will live their best life without getting married, without having families. It is okay. But
Absolutely.
you see, in a culture where
Hmm.
Adeori is so exalted, and I want to ask Adewale, please. Uncle Ade is in the studio. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Uncle
yes.
Ade, for coming. What is the equivalent of Adeori? And a lot of people in the comment section have told me that Adeori is a way that you eulogize your husband, you respect your husband, and all that. I'm okay with that, right? But what is the equivalent of Adeori to the wife?
It
Equal
doesn't exist.
opportunity. Eh?
It doesn't exist because
No. I didn't hear you with Adewale. What did you? What is the
and to be
equivalent
can you
of
hear me?
Adeori? Yeah, I'm hearing you. What did you say? The
I said
wife
it
is
does
what?
it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, Neil.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
Eh?
exist because it
yes,
doesn't
it's right.
exist.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's only the man that has the Adeori title.
Exactly. Like Adeo, that's what I'm saying. Like Adeo is just more than like calling your husband like a lovely kind of pet name. It's more
There's no
than that.
reciprocation. There's no
It's
reciprocation.
it's
Yeah.
more like you're showing reverence to your husband in this very very high level. And to be, I don't know if you've watched this Anikulapo on Netflix. If you've watched
I
it,
have, my dear.
yes. If you've watched it, though, when Sarah eventually got married to his second and third wife, if you see the way his countenance changed
Hey,
and the
I watched it
way
with my husband. He
and,
was
and
laughing. And if you watch a movie with my husband, then you go tire. He will not wait for the action. He will start asking you to tell him what happened. I say, wait now. We watch it
yeah,
together. It was so funny.
And
I
to be
watched
it's
it
very
somebody,
before.
funny.
I just want to quickly address this before I go. Somebody was saying, "Oh, this person is being disrespectful or whatever."
Disrespectful
I mean,
to Yoruba. Yeah,
I grew I grew up
I'm
in
addressing
Yoruba
it.
land.
Yeah,
Yeah, I grew up
yeah.
in Yoruba land. I cannot. I mean, my best friends are Yoruba people. I cannot be disrespectful to Yoruba people. But I will tell you for free, there's no Igbo girl on this train of women. It doesn't mean that Igbo girls are better. It is just it has to do with tradition. That's the
Let me
simple
just
answer
say
that I
Part
it.
of
can
the
say.
If
culture.
you don't need to stretch yourself, that's the
It's
truth.
culture.
What if he said it's 100% true?
It's culture. That's
Part
what
of
it
the
is.
culture.
That's
Part of the
it.
culture.
That's
I
that.
don't know
What
why
she said. If you're a Yoruba person and you feel offended, you don't need to.
you
You don't. You
shouldn't
need
be.
to look
Auntie
inwards.
B,
That's the truth.
Auntie B,
Eh?
there's
Abisoye, my
not.
darling.
Good evening, ma. There's nothing to be offended with. The truth is bitter. I'm a Yoruba girl. What if he said is
Please,
the truth?
bá wa sọ fún wọn o. They are feeling
Is the
offended.
is the
If
absolute
he
truth? Okay,
said that Yoruba girl, it's the truth.
look at the late Alaafin of Oyo. Look at what happened to it. It's still the same pattern. So what she's saying is truth. Let's tell ourselves the truth. There's no sugarcoating
And
it.
do you
It's
know what?
not.
We are going back to why. The why is very important, Abisoye. And that's why I was hammering on the issue of Adeori.
Ha.
You
And
are brought up to believe that you need to have an Adeori. So if you don't have an Adeori as a girl growing up in that culture, do you feel like you are fulfilled or you feel like you've achieved anything in your life without Adeori?
Auntie B, this question, even you've this what is happening with this Alaafin, it has answered your questions. If we look at these women that are going into this kind of because to me I see it like a transactional marriage. It's not a marriage that is with genuine, you understand, maybe genuine love. I see it like transactional. The Oba is marrying them due to what they are bringing, and they are marrying that Oba because of the title. So to me, that is why I don't really fancy this arrangement. It won't be the first Oba to do this, but the way he's going about it is what me I'm not really comfortable with. So if independent women, fulfilled and well-established women can decide to buy themselves into this kind of marriage, so definitely this issue of Adeori, we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. If established women, well exposed, well traveled women, because actually she stayed in UK for a long time. before she
All
came
of them,
over.
most of them at least. Let me read this. Gravitas say it shouldn't bring offense. So Adeori is a thing that is very relevant to the culture. I'm not debating the culture. Culture is culture, right? Tradition is tradition, right? But I'm challenging it. And I'm not challenging it because I think it's wrong. I'm just challenging that if young girls are growing up and you are teaching them as a girl, you need to have Adeori, 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 you are setting them up for failure.
Definitely, you are
Because you are
telling you are
telling them that without having a husband, and it comes back to what we were saying in the last show about the pressure that African parents, Nigerian parents put on their children to marry. So this
yeah.
Adeori thing, Gravitas, I hope you are listening. What it does is that it puts a lot of pressure on you that as a young, successful woman, you don't feel like you've achieved or you've done anything meaningful because you don't have an Adeori. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong in Adeori, but some people may not have Adeori. Does that mean that their life is worthless? Does that mean that they will not achieve their purpose?
But Auntie B, even your children can be your Adeori. Your children can be your Adeori. Even you as a person, you can be Adeori to yourself. Your
Really?
Adeori should not revolve around
No, it's only
masculinity.
husband one we know.
I
Abisoye.
know. No, 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 no. It's debatable. Because if you are saying Adeori, that is, you are saying that a woman, how will I put it? A woman cannot be, how will I put it? She's not worthy of a royalty except a man give it to her. That's what he's saying. That is, you are not complete, you are not fulfilled, you are not worthy to sit in the midst of women because you are not married. So this is what is called. This is what it has led to. Because if people that are well traveled like this can decide to say, okay, this is like competition. Let's be getting married. If I'm not married, definitely I'm nobody. This is a testimony. And
That's what
TB,
Yinko's Pep
oh,
said. In Yoruba land, the culture frowns on unmarried women. Married women are exalted and respected, which is totally ridiculous. No matter your accomplishment, without a husband, the culture dehumanizes you.
she's right. Auntie B. She's very right. She's very right. And it's pathetic. To be fair, it's very because I don't know. I have a friend. She's not yet married. And anytime she's complaining to me, Bisoi, I'm not married, I'm concerned. I said, you are still single. There are so many things you can do. I wish when I was growing up, somebody told me, I wish somebody was there to tell me that marriage is not all it looks like. I said you can do so many things. I said you can travel the world, you can take professional courses, you can meet friends, you can establish yourself. You don't need to wait. Even I told her, I said, okay, there was this express entry Canada. I said, why don't you try? I said, so they say if I go to Canada, I will not get a husband. I said, what are you
Is there no
saying?
husband in Canada?
You understand, TB? So you're telling
Oh
me
my
that
God.
you're
So
telling me
she will
that
not move because she wants that. You see what I'm saying? That example you gave now, Abiso, you just buttress everything I was trying to say. So she will not limit herself because she's waiting for husband first. And she will be pressured and she will likely marry a Mongo Park because the pressure is on.
and I was like, I said, are you telling me that you are ready to shut the door for you to explore life because you are waiting for a man? I said, your life doesn't revolve around. But if you are telling them, they'll say you are married, you can't understand. So there's limit to what you can actually do because they will feel, oh, you are married. Yeah, why are you advising her not
Sarah
to get
said,
married?
let me read this comment. Sarah said, if you don't have an Adeori, then you've more or less failed in life. No matter your other achievements, they look down on you. I'm going through it now, even with a PhD in my own house. But still, oh my God. You see what I'm saying? Can you see that?
It's serious.
Wow. I feel really, really bad about that. That people will be discriminated against and treated badly because they've not managed, and they make you feel as if it's your responsibility as a woman to find a husband. If you don't find one, that means you failed. That is the part I don't agree with. I disagree with it. Adewale, what do you have to say to Sarah?
Uh I think she needs to, it might be hard, but she needs to move away from a family bit, not try to think about what they say a lot, because family has this very strong hold on our lives. So because we always, this what would people say, it's even more, it's more prevalent within family members, like within our parents, our uncles, our aunties. So it's usually very hard for us to like not think about what they say, but it's something you have to do as an adult. You only have one life to live, and your life is
That
yours.
actually makes me really sad. What Sarah just said now makes me really sad. A
And
woman has worked
Auntie
so
B,
hard.
Auntie B, funny enough, my dad, I don't know, my dad is like an unconventional man. My dad he has this mentality that even left to him, if your husband do any single mistake, makobo onle. You know that kind of man. That's how my dad is. Oh, my
You
dad
are
doesn't.
lucky.
My dad doesn't care if you are not married. If you get married, even if, but there was one time I got married. Maybe our first year, I was having issue with my husband. My dad called me on my phone. Shoko, you want bang? Phone. Give my husband the phone. Hello, yare one leo. She still has her room in my house. If you know she's giving you a, please send my daughter back home. Because that's my dad for you. He doesn't care what anybody has to say. He doesn't, even when I wanted to get married, my daddy was telling me, you are too, why are you rushing? Why don't you understand? So I sometimes we parents we have a lot to do.
It's the parents, yeah.
It's
It's
the
the household that it
parents.
comes from.
It's the
Yinku said,
parents.
Yinku said, Auntie B, lots of family make decisions without consulting their unmarried daughters because they don't count. They don't count them as respectable. A high percentage of Yoruba girls are raised to cater to their future husbands. Wow. Wow. I think this is just it's unfair. Everybody should be respected, whether you are married or single. That's just my own personal thinking. Everybody deserves respect, especially if you've worked so hard to get to where you are in life, just because you don't have an adeori. I mean, sometimes we need to ask our parents, if you don't get a husband, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to marry yourself? Are you going to marry yourself? What are you exactly are you supposed to do?
But Auntie B, with what is happening with this Oni, what kind of message do you think these people are passing to young women? Like,
Eh?
what kind of message do you think these people are passing to younger women? This
That is
Oni,
what we're
Oni
discussing now. They
attitude.
are looking for adeori now.
It's sad though, Auntie B. To be
This
honest,
is the discussion. Gun, gun, gun. Abisoye is about adeori they are looking for. All these women, look at them. Just take a good look at them. Your husband is marrying daily. A
And to
history
be,
of
I think,
Exodus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 within 2 months. And other people are still lining up. What does that tell you? No matter what the average Nigerian woman, let's say Yoruba women, Yoruba girls, no matter what they accomplish without that theory, it's not enough.
I have an idea of what's going on. Um, I think the Oni of Ife is doing what men in the past used to do. Like
mm,
when men were sent for war and some of them died, the
Mm.
kings used to marry their wives,
okay,
because a lot of these women are single mothers. They've been married before and they have kids.
yeah.
So
Some of them
getting
have not
married,
been married, but they just have kids. Yeah.
they just have kids. So getting married again, it's something they always wanted or they've always wished for. And
Adewale, I'm looking at it from another perspective. To me, oh, I'm not trying to maybe see him. Me, I'm seeing him like he has this alpha kind of ego.
I don't think
Because
so.
yeah, because in marrying them, they will see him as a savior. So there are so many things that he can do and get away with it, and they will look the other way because they believe he actually did them a favor by marrying them. That is how me I'm seeing it. Because but even whatever he do, even whatever he asks for, they will be at his beck and call, and there will be competition. They are trying to like who is the favorite, who is this. I mean, you understand? That's where me I'm seeing it though, because
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Even though they don't live in the same house, some of them live in different places. Still, you know how we are now as women. You know, it's not going to be an easy thing. Maybe there's a festival now, or there's a party, or there's a function. Who is going to go with him? Me, I don't want to sit at home. No, I want to go. How the decisions. Ebele, welcome, my darling Ebi. How are you?
Auntie B, good evening, ma. How you
I'm
doing?
so happy to see you. Are you
Thank you.
okay?
Yeah, I'm getting in there, taking it one day
Hey,
at a
yeah,
time. Thank
Ekbele.
you
It
so
is
much.
well with you, my darling.
Yeah, at least I'm
Welcome.
missing the show too for memories and also just
Yes.
to, to cheer me up a
Aw.
little bit. So, what I just wanted to add, there are two things. I wanted to go back to the testimony of that lady that she gave testimony. What I look at is
Number
this.
six. That's number six. Toby Phillips.
Yeah, so I do understand it's her life. All of them, whatever they want to do, they should do. That's if this is their choice and their decision. Glory be to God for them. But I'm looking at it at this perspective of it's I don't want to call it as a pandemic in the Nigerian community, but this is a rising issue for women. One, you're coming out and then we all like this comeback story, right? We like to give ourselves, oh, comeback story, and this is my testimony. God has, but often at times, and we are seeing it in churches and in Nigerian community, where people go out to do all sorts of things to come back and give testimony. Oh God, they took somebody's husband. They'll say, oh, people laughed at me. Now I'm married. But meanwhile, what did you do to get your testimony? Or they go
Hmm.
and dupe people and do this and do that. Oh, God gave me a house. God gave me. Meanwhile, you've duped people and caused people pain, and then you come back and you want to do a comeback story. So it's a predicament in our community, in the Nigerian society. Again, this is our life, this is our testimony, but we should go back. And this is something that is really prevalent now and is rising, where people are selfish and self centered in order to give a comeback and testimony. So, anyways, this is our life. Two, the second part is, I think you guys kind of discussed it again, is that among women now, because this is, look at beautiful, most of them is very intelligent, hardworking women, and you subject yourself to this. Come on now, where is your self esteem? What are we really telling women?
Others are lining up. That's
Yeah,
what you should put
yeah.
in view.
Is this your goal? What are you telling? What examples are you giving to your children and future generation? Yes, is marriage desirable for women? Absolutely. Is that what most people want? Absolutely. Do we want to have a good family and have a husband to come to? Yes, absolutely. But that is not all about life. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? What are you bringing into the society? So this again is prevalent into our society, where you see all sorts of nonsense happening. People are going into domestic violence, all in the name of I want to get married, and you see very highly intelligent, smart, beautiful women doing that, and all they can think of, oh, if I'm not married, then I'm nobody. Where
Hmm.
is your aspirations? What are you telling? What are you giving to? And you see, especially in the Nigerian community today, where you see a lot of beautiful women, they do all things now these days. They don't think about their aspirations. They don't think about goals. They don't think about making things, contributing to the society. All they think about is to marriage, is to do basketballs, go and do juju to push another person, is to marry. All sort of nonsense happening now. And this is the example of what is prevailing into our society. And then we are embracing it. And I'm sorry to say, with all due respect, though, but if we're going every week and we're attending weddings, where are the families of these people and these women?
They
Because
are there. They
somebody
are
should
right
not,
there.
even if everybody does not have sense, one person should ask us to say, okay, come on now, you,
The
my daughter.
family are the ones that even dancing the more. Did you not see the videos I was playing to you? Are you
I know.
kidding?
That's why I said it's an issue in our community. And we have to sit down as a Nigerian, and say, okay, what is really going on here? And stop embracing rubbish. Because this is absolute. I'm sorry to say, I'm not being disrespectful. This is his life. This is a culture or whatever. But I think this is absolute nonsense, because we are really embracing all this and bringing social media. We are dancing and all that, because especially the adults now. Because if we're embracing this, come on now, what about my children? I see my children doing rubbish. I won't be able to say anything. What has happened in the olden days, where people are coming and doing this, and the older ones will come and say, hey, come, my daughter. No.
You
Even
know
if
what
they're
I'm
not
saying?
your
When I
parents.
see the weddings, this is what I see. When I see the weddings, I see family and relatives who, they are just so glad that they are an Okabiesi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they are Akabiesi's in-laws. They too want to be relevant, and they feel like this marriage is going to get them some sort of relevance and all that. So they are
Mm-hmm.
very happy to propel their children into this polygamy.
Yeah,
So
and this spills into the our even if they are not going to be Oloris, we put a blind eye to things, and that's where you see a lot of divorce now and all these things that are happening because somebody does not have a sense. No adult is coming to say, okay, you know what, something is not right. We have to put a stop to it. We are accepting all sorts of nonsense these days. I'm sorry to use this
but
word.
it's always existed though. This is it's not new. This has always been. It's just that the only difference between what we are observing now is that the frequency is quite it's too quick. Somebody did an example and they said that Alafin did it, but he didn't do it in a way that it was so frequent. How do you have 6 weddings within 2 months? And these women keep lining up. Some are even throwing shade that they didn't make the cutoff. It's like writing jam and you didn't make the cutoff to enter university. Adewale, let me allow you to say what you have to say so that I can move on to Okwade. Okwade is in the studio, thankfully. Yeah, how are you?
I think I just want to say one final thing. I think we shouldn't get too emotional about this because the way we think and the way these women think is very different. It's
Abby?
very, very different. The way they view marriage, the way they view success in life is very different. The way we are
Hmm.
screaming that what are they doing with their lives? Don't they want to achieve things? They have already achieved things, but
All
it's
they
not
need now
enough.
is the Adeori.
So getting married to the Oni is an achievement for them. I
It's the
think
icing on the cake.
it's the icing on the cake. So we need to put that in mind when we're kind of chastising them and everything. You need to understand where they're coming from. Their family members, their parents, they're happy that this is happening because
You
this
are
is
right.
a very big deal for them. It's
You
a
are
very
right.
big
Most
deal.
of them, they've
So
achieved a lot.
they've achieved a lot.
They are doing very well for themselves.
Very,
Yeah.
very well. They have
Yeah.
they have good educations. They went to UK to study. They have big businesses all over the country and in the UK. So apparently, like this is an achievement to them. So it's
Yeah.
quite sad, but it's just like the
It is
way
what
the
it
way
is.
it is what it is. Like I just wish the way we think of
The
marriage
only
will
way we
always
can change it,
change.
Adewale, let me tell you, this Adeori thing is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
When
It's
we
a real
learn to
thing.
respect people irrespective of their marital status, it will change.
I grew up seeing that. I grew up seeing that, so I understand what you're saying, Auntie B. But I think a lot of people
Mm,
always like to deny that because when it comes to culture, people are always very, very sensitive and say, "Oh,
absolutely.
don't talk about my culture." But it's just something that happens. Husbands are revered too much in Yoruba culture, in my own opinion. And
Even in-laws, it's not only husband, even the
in-laws are
in-laws.
also like it's also part of it, and I wish that can change. That's all I wanted to
Mm,
say, Auntie B. Thank you for having me.
thank you so much, my darling. I appreciate you. Adewale for president. Thank you so much. We have Uncle Ade in the building. Hello, Uncle Ade.
Hi, Sister V. How are you, my sister?
I'm good. Welcome, sir.
I'm so happy you put me on this platform. I've been following this.
Thank you, sir.
I'm enjoying it. You're really nailing it down. I thank Adewale and Ife for their contribution because and I understand Ife. She lives within the Yoruba. She said a lot of things which I agree and I disagree because you
Okay.
see this word. Uh, First of all, I will say Kabiesi, Koye Pelori, Kibata Pelese. That's the honor. That's the respect I give our
Olori pẹ́ láàfin.
Kalo Pelafin.
Olori pọ̀ láàfin.
So you see, what happened is that we have to look at everything from cultural perspective because I read it about the Yoruba culture. All these things that we're seeing in this Ile-Ife. Ile-Ife has been the model. You spend time there. They are the holder of Yoruba. What do we call it? Our heritage, our culture, and everything when it embraces Yoruba all over the world. So what is this Ojaja is doing? I don't know the selection they did. It came into power. We came into power with a sense of trying to modernize Ile-Ife or the kingdom. I don't think it's not possible for him. And this thing backfired on him. Because number one, he's not the one controlling. Remember the last time I said there's so many factors in that kingdom. All these women you are seeing today, They are well to do on their own capacity. I don't think they need any money from KBSC. Well, all they're looking for is that name, the prestige, the respect. And don't forget that all of them is going to be Queen's mother for the creation of when to come, when to do. And whoever have a child for him, like Naomi, her son is entitled to the throne. And all these women is like, they're all going to come into and be the same thing. And what the Oba is doing is, it's not, because sometimes when I look the way he's doing it, it's not doing it in a good way to bring respect to that throne.
Yeah.
Because now we live in the age of social media. My sister, everything that you do, somebody is going to expose it. Like someone like you, everybody said earlier, some of these women are paying their social media, this thing, coming such a big money. They're making money out of this publicity.
Yes.
They're not just sitting down there. They're making money out of this publicity. It's just like paparazzi, what we call them over here in America. There's a lot of paparazzi sitting down there waiting for something to drop.
Yeah.
And they will pick it up and expatiate on it and make it look, either they make it look bad or make it look good, no matter what. So this now has become a daily phenomenon for the kingdom, which is really, to me, as a Yoruba individual, and I love the culture and I respect the culture. But when you try to reform a culture from certain level, you cannot do it. For me as an individual, I can do it and get away with it, Sister B. Because that's the way I grew up my children. A lot of Yoruba culture that I know that does not work, my sister, I let it go. I don't.
A lot of people are saying that he's bringing disrespect to the throne.
That's what
Olu
I'm
said
saying.
that. Abisoye is saying that. So many people in the comment section are saying that. All these shenanigans of everyday wedding is bringing disrespect to the throne. Do you agree?
Sister B, it's not the only one Oba in Yoruba land, for crying aloud.
Yeah, but the emphasis is on him. It's not the only Oba, but he's like one of the
way
top,
he's doing it. That's
toughest
what I'm saying.
ones.
The way he's doing it is not good to the throne. I'm not saying he can marry as many women as he wants. He's entitled to it. But really, for crying aloud, there's such a way you need. Even they say the Ifa is telling you these are the women you have to marry. You have to marry them at a certain time. Can somebody consult that Ifa and tell them, can I wait? Or can it be a certain period of time? Because remember, now all these women, like you said, Sister B, there's a competition in the palace right now.
There must be. I mean, even if they don't live together, even if they are not in the same community, I don't care. As long as you are still sleeping with the same man I'm sleeping with, I've got a problem with you.
Exactly. There's respect, because you can't tell me he's going to sleep in with one of all of them in one day. They're going to have a different time. And when he's going to a special ceremony, Sister B, I'm telling you this from Yoruba perspective, from Yoruba, what I know about it. Not all of them will be entitled to go with him, because some of them they will consult Ifa, and Ifa will tell him, no, that one cannot go. That one should go. That one, and it's going to be on and on and on like that. And this woman, some of them is going to say, they're going to seem I'm the favorite. You see, the only thing, like even with Naomi too, because sometimes I question ourselves as we look ourselves as religious as
Naomi is no longer in the picture. Naomi is gone.
To be honest,
Naomi is actually dancing now. I saw a video. Let me play the video. I saw a video of Naomi now that she's dancing now. I think she's celebrating like, oh, I got out. So
I'm even looking at
Israel. Look at Naomi now. Naomi is busy dancing and singing.
Of course, she's happy, because you know what? I'm hearing the rumor that she's trying to engage to a man from Morocco. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that is true.
Morocco,
yes. Because she met the guy, I think he's in Nigeria. I don't know if the guy was born in Nigeria or something. That's a rumor going about that.
Naomi is living her life now. I think she's so happy she's out of that now. Because
I do not know who the mistake the family made for them to allow Naomi to go into such a relationship like this. Number one, Naomi came like, I'm very religious, I'm Christian, I'm an evangelist. You cannot
prophetess.
You're prophetess. What is prophetess to the Yoruba culture? When you have to go do can she take ebo? Can she take ebo? She won't participate in the ebo that oracle ceremony.
Somebody said that the Alaafin that has been gone to be with ancestors now used to go out with all his wives at once. That
Yes,
Baba, I think
yes,
we
that
need to
Baba.
respect
Yes,
him.
and the
That
one
Baba
thing,
had the command of all his wives. No wife was even until very later on that the young ones were now they were jackpying. They were basically jackpying from the Oyo kingdom.
yes, and what if you said, Sister B, about the Hausas? They have their own. The only thing is that they don't come to life because I grew up in the north. I know the culture.
Yeah,
Emirs marry
absolutely,
many wives.
of
Emirs
course,
marry many wives, but you don't
uncountable.
see. There's no
Yeah.
because some of them they even you remember when it comes to age, it's from there they are pushing back at the age. Somebody is getting
No,
married
I
at the
mean,
age
we're
of
not trying
12.
to do comparison here,
Yes,
but to us who are from the south or southwest, southeast, whatever, like Lola is saying now, she said, I have never seen a king ridiculed as much as the Ooni.
yeah,
He needs to hire a good PR person to clean up his image and this mess going on.
yeah,
How do you explain that to Ifa? All these Ifa that keep, if they are the ones responsible for all what is going on now.
exactly.
But what
Yeah,
Lola is saying is true.
it is true because
It's
what happened?
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is because it's making to me. I want him to hold to his title. He's the king. He's the Oba. He's the Osha. He's the Osha because in the real sense of Yoruba king, they are the ultimate. But what is the ultimate decision showing to the rest of the world? That's why I'm coming from. Because
Yeah.
and then this word Adeori, Sister B, Adeori is just like there's a lot of people explain the meaning. And when you see in those days, when you look at the Yoruba in the excess of Yoruba culture, a man and a woman, it's not about marrying somebody, what do you call it, romance or love. It's all about procreation, my sister. That's all about Yoruba destiny. Is about procreation. When you look about all their kingdom, all their creation is about having children, having big family. That's all about it. That's all it takes. That for them to think about, oh, this is no, they don't. It doesn't come, but it's just like now that we come into a new generation, we're seeing the aspect of having so many like multiple relationship does not make a man live long. I mean, those days they live longer because you know what? The men at that time, the woman is the one supporting the men. They will give them piece of land. They will bring food. They live longer but now it doesn't happen that way no more. Even this Ojaja right now, can he tell me in his palace, he's not living in peace. He's
Yeah.
not living in peace every day.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can tell you he's not living in peace. Every day is one thing or the other. And it's going to be an issue of women this, women that. And we need to, like you said, Sister B, I mean, we respect our culture and I appreciate you for saying that we revel our culture. And I give honor to our culture. And then I'm grateful I come from a culture.
Sometimes culture as we go on
exactly because
into a
sometimes
new century, different
yes,
century, we
yes.
need to evolve.
Because sometimes culture, you can see what like me,
Yeah.
you find that a lot of what we do in our culture, does not give what we call today, give a woman the liberty to express herself.
If culture doesn't evolve, it becomes
exactly
obsolete.
yeah. Even the Yoruba culture, even the woman, it's not only
it's not only us that have culture. Oyibo people too have culture. Shebi,
exactly.
Back in the day, as a prince, you couldn't marry a divorced woman in Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
But Prince Charles married a divorced woman.
Yes.
He divorced himself. So that's their own culture evolving. His own
exactly.
children, Prince Harry married a woman that was married before. So culture needs to move.
Yes.
You can't always say culture. Some people hide on that culture to do so many things.
Because
any culture that does not involve.
I will say it today, and I will say it loud and clear. Culture is selfish. Look at the bottom of every culture.
Who is behind culture, by the way? Is it not human beings that make this so-called culture and tradition?
You will find that in every culture, in every society, is only geared towards certain, elevation of or the kind of override of certain sects of people. and it's always the men that women always, because it's always when you find things that is not working right, we bring in culture, we bring in tradition,
Culture.
or the
People just
culture
hide on
change.
that culture to say anything they want to say,
Exactly.
or excuse anything. What
Everything.
is culture? Man-made culture. Man can adjust culture.
Yeah.
Who culture
Even
help if it doesn't adapt to modern society and the way the world is going? I
even
beg.
why does the Old Testament come to the Bible? A lot of us living now through the Old Testament. I mean, can we go back and live through the Old Testament? It's not
Exactly.
possible. It's not
Exactly.
possible.
Why are you not still using if you since you are a product of culture, you like culture so much. Thank you so much, Okwa. I really appreciate your elderly wisdom as always. God bless you, sir. If you like culture too much, you like the things that you've been doing. Why can't you? Are you not still use that? When I was in secondary school, we used to use this iron that you put charcoal inside. Yeah, you have to blow it for like half an hour for it to light up to iron. Why are you not using it today? Why did you throw it away to be using electric iron? Isn't that culture? People don't like changes because it suits them. And it's selfish people that don't like changes. So when people are always adding that culture, what's culture? Man-made culture, man can adjust. Man can also amend culture. Simple as that. Jola, you're welcome.
Hi, Auntie B. I'm so sorry. I was supposed to talk
Hello.
yesterday, and then my mom came. I was making noise in my room, giving me one nonsense gist.
Yesterday I
Anyway,
wasn't here, so I
the
don't
day
know what
before
platform.
yesterday, day
Okay.
before yesterday. But yes, Auntie B, my own interest is even different. My worry is about like the how which was the English like the dearth of leadership quality in Yoruba land, just in general. I think we're very quick to forget that whatever you don't re-emphasize will get lost. So there's this running talk about how Yoruba people love education, we love to go to school. I always say that that's not true. That's a stamp of our Awolowo, and we're still living on that past glory. Since then, there really hasn't been much to show. So when everybody is talking about this, oh, Adeori, the king, I'm always wondering, like, to what end? Ifa does not like scholarship. Is it only wedding?
Oh my God. Jola, please don't make me laugh. You see,
No,
whether
it's
if I
so,
does not like scholarship.
it's so bizarre to me. The kind of things that we are
Oh
busy
my God.
discussing.
If I likes what if I likes.
Like here, like I mean, in the UK, there are things like the Prince's Trust. They go out of their way to
All the
elevate
charity that
people.
they do, if I does not see
All the
that,
charity, all the work that you are
if I
doing.
is not forwarding looking.
Thank you. And then, do you know what is now irritating me? Who is paying for all this? Is it not the Nigerian people? So what on earth is this nonsense? Which business does IFA do? Which business does the Ooni do? So it's things like this that really irritates me. Why at the point where like Nigeria is not in a position where this is what you should be seeing. It's just nonsense to me. And then people will say, the youth, they are not attached to their culture. They are embracing Oyibo culture. Which kind, what is all this? Just do wedding today, go for party
People
tomorrow.
should be careful. Respect if I, eh?
I
Boss
say,
lady say if I likes kerewa. Some people say if I like wedding.
the thing just irritates me so much. Like we're having these discussions, and it's the gist of my story, Sha, is that I really wonder what it is about our culture that more and more really seems to abhor like thoughts and intelligence and hard work and growth. The point of a leader is not to be just a product of the people. You're supposed to be better. A leader is supposed to drag people almost kicking and screaming into progress. That is the point of you being a leader. It's not
Mhm.
just for you to wear nice clothes and have a nice house and live off the proceeds of people in the land. Your job really is to push your people from one level to the next. It's not
Mm.
just about looking good and sounding good.
Yeah.
That's what makes kings memorable. That's what cements your place in history. Not be the
Yeah.
one where you go they do wedding, go they do
I
this
mean,
one.
somebody, I think Dami said something in the previous shows that we did about this matter, and she said that the Oni has done quite a few things for his kingdom since he became the Oni. But you know what? He's been overshadowed now with all
Like,
this.
that's true.
Nobody's
Oh,
talking about all the things that he's done because people like things that are sensational.
This is
And
true.
having repeated weddings like every AK market day is
It's a
something
big
that
deal.
people love. So
Yeah.
we talk about it, we analyze it, we laugh about it, we catch cruise, release
It's
tension
true.
because it's. But I'm sure somewhere he's done some things.
Some things true. Oh, Auntie B, another thing. You know this thing about Yoruba women loving marriage, weddings, deriving their identity from it. I'm very fascinated by it because I want to know where exactly in our history that really became like a
Do
part of.
you do you agree, though? Do you agree with
No, I
that?
do. I 100% do. But I'm wondering, like, where did this start from? Because where does this attachment come from? Because like there was a time when a Yoruba woman was described by what she did, not who she was married to. Yeah, Oloja. Yeah, it's not about who you are attached to. It's about
Hmm.
what you do. It's about who you are. So whether or not you have children, you have something doing. Whether or not you have a husband, you are described by your productivity. But at some point in our history, what became important is who we are attached to, what we're able to, and
I
we've
mean,
now built identity around
I,
it.
I think we need to ask elders in Yoruba
Yeah,
land
that's I mean I
about this
don't know
Adeori thing. Why,
why it's become such a big part of
yeah,
our
why
identity.
is it so important?
Because
Adeori,
the other
and
thing
why
still
is it that
happening.
this is not only in Yoruba land that women are not respected? By the way, if they are not married, all across Nigeria, women are not respected, and we talk about it here all the time. Once you are not married, so people who are not from Nigeria background understand the desperation why Nigerian women, like the video I showed once upon a time, when women wore wedding gown and they went to a church, were singing, "Carry me, they go, Jehovah, carry me, they go." My
Oh
husband,
God.
pastors are doing. I mean, if you go on social media, people are tired. It's always about relationship. Can't you share videos about people making money? Why is it always you don't
Auntie
share
B,
business
it is
ideas? It's always
spread.
about
It
marriage,
is spread.
relationship. What is so and
Auntie,
when
but
to.
you know the worst part, these women are still doing fantastic things, but it's almost like they don't see those things as
They don't feel
valuable
like they are
anymore.
enough until they are
Eh,
married. Yeah.
Yoruba women are extremely industrious, extremely, but
Oh
for some
yes,
reason it's
I
not
agree.
enough.
Yoruba women are very hardworking.
Extremely
Very,
industrious.
very.
It's even a cultural thing because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your children.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
are you are actually responsible culturally. You are responsible for your children. But still, it doesn't. It's almost like all of that
It's not
doesn't
enough.
matter. We're
Mm-mm.
happy to degrade, embarrass ourselves just to be associated with a man. And at
You
least
think there's going to be compression among all these
and to
Oloris?
be at least this one is even a king. It is so bad. Women are ready to degrade themselves for nincompoops. It is so bad. So I think culturally there's just a lot of discussions to be had about
Yeah,
why
yeah.
why and where
Culture
does
needs
it
to
even
evolve.
come?
Yeah,
Where does it come from? Why are we so happy to debase ourselves in a way that is
yeah.
honestly humiliating even to you? It can
Mm.
never be nice to want to talk to your husband and they'll say, he's with this one. Maybe you come back next week.
And that respect, another thing I notice about the culture, it's okay to respect your husband. It's okay to honor him, call him whatever name. But if it's not reciprocal, then I have a problem with it. Because I was asking Adewale, you say it's Adeori, is a way you show respect, is a way. What is the women part? Where is the wife one? They say he say it doesn't exist.
No,
How is
nah.
that right?
You
You
don't
see
know.
why you have a lot of now we are getting to nitty gritty why we have a lot of Yoruba demons. It starts from when they are young.
Yeah.
The men are celebrated. The boy child is the one that is glorious in all cultures in
And to
Nigeria.
be,
You
it's by
exalt
virtue
boy
of
among you exalt your male child among higher than your female child because if it after all Shebile or Kolomalo is going to end up in the kitchen. It's going
and
to
to
end up in a
be,
man's house.
if by virtue of your existence people are clapping for you, it is very hard to be a good person.
Exactly.
If just
Say
by
that
existence,
again.
you don't have to
Just
do
because you are
anything.
born by accident, where you have a different gender than the other person, and they are celebrating you. That is where the problem
You
is.
don't have to do anything. And you know that it doesn't matter how useless I am, somebody will still collect. It doesn't matter whether I am a good person, whether I'm industrious, whether I'm hardworking, whether I'm honest, whether I'm truthful. Last, somebody will still see me as the be all and end all. If you are raised in a society that emulates that kind of behavior, it doesn't take a lot for you to feel like, well, I don't actually have to try. I really
Okay,
don't.
I agree with
Anyway,
you.
thank you very much, Auntie
Thank
B.
you, my
And I
darling.
love you very
Appreciate you,
much.
Dola. Thank you for bringing in that context. I totally, see where you're coming from. Nelly is saying Yoruba culture elevates women more than Igbo culture. I'm surprised because in my landlocked house in Nigeria, women are entitled to an inheritance. Okay. So you are talking about when it comes to inheritance now, right? Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, respect. Abisoya, you came back. Is there something you forgot to say?
No, actually, no, no. I'm just what I wanted to say is Auntie B, people are talking about culture. I remember when this new Oba came in, my dad and his brother they were having discussion like, this Oba doesn't sit down in his palace. When Shijuade was alive, it's people that come to the palace to come and see him. You hardly see Shijuade. He was revered. Even people before they can see him, they are always scared to go before him. But this Oba is just gallivanting from one party to another. I said, Daddy, this is a modern Oba. He's
Yes, he's
not
young as well. He's not even
exact
50 yet.
exactly. So if he can modernize it by going from one party to another party, why can't he modernize and stay with one wife? Since we are talking about this culture,
Apparently, they say he tried. From what I heard, I gathered that he tried. That's why he kept marrying one wife. Remember when he
so
married?
why are they living? So why were they
No,
living?
no. What I heard is that when he married Zainab, he didn't want to marry another wife. That Zainab left because there was pressure for him to marry more.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
I
oh.
don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard. He tried to stay with one wife. I mean, to be fair, he did try to stay with women. Even though he had a lot of side attraction, I all the from number 4 to 9, the only person that was not in the picture from my investigation is number 4, which is Miriam.
Oh.
From 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, they were all already. In fact, some of them were living in the palace.
Yeah, Naomi said so. Naomi, there
You
was one
see,
time GLB said so
the
that
only
these
person they
people.
said that was not, even in the picture then was, Miriam, Olori Miriam. So he did try to do it monogamy with, Zainab, number 2. He did try to do monogamy with Naomi. It didn't work for whatever
But
reason.
Auntie B, if they were already in the palace, so there is no monogamy now. If they were already in the palace when Naomi was there, it's not
But they were
monogamy.
Ayaba now. They were not married.
Oh, Auntie B, uh, if they were married, it's just that Naomi was the ceremonial. She was the one that goes to party, that do everything. I think the other they were tired of being relegated to the backside and like
Background.
a
If,
background.
if anybody was not tired, Ashley was tired. Ashley wanted to be
Ah,
wife.
Ashley was even there was one blog on Instagram. She dedicated. I don't know the connection.
We cannot hear you again, no. Abisoye.
I said there was one blog on Instagram. She
Mm.
dedicates her page for Ashley. She's
Ha.
always talking, even when we don't know Ashley. Ashley, she will always show Ashley. She was always bashing Naomi. People will come at her.
I
What's
know.
your
I think I
problem?
saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
So that's
I
why
saw
I'm
it.
saying that. So no, this Oba was not monogamous at all. Auntie B, she wasn't.
Somebody said that Shike Oluwabi, what's that her name again? Shilekuola broke Kabiesi. Do you agree?
Auntie B, this. I don't know if you know this lady. They call her Esabod or something.
Ah,
Esabod said
I
when
bet.
if they said
Uh-huh.
they said when Naomi was in the palace that the Oba didn't care for her. According to her, the Oba didn't care for her. The Oba only goes to her chamber when there is an outing. That even there were so many things Naomi was going through that the Oba doesn't care. That even in a year, the Oba might just set eye on her maybe 3 or 4 times.
Who was there? All this one is all hearsay. It's
Exactly.
hearsay. It's all
So,
hearsay.
so this love of a thing is debatable. That the Oba loved Naomi is
I think he
debatable.
did. I can read the body language. Forget about all this plenty gist. Sariwoja. I believe he loved her. The body language does not lie. He did. I
Okay, so
think
all
they
this,
loved each other.
so this marriage is to get back at her or what? I don't
No,
understand
no,
because
no,
this
no,
is
no,
like
no, no. Hey, Abisoye, it's like you don't understand. Uncle Ade explained it to us thoroughly the other day that Kabiyesi tried to modernize the culture to do things the right way in a monarch that is in the 21st century, but they went against it. The culture and the people behind him did not agree. So, I mean, I believe that. I do believe that. They did not agree. So, and Unkwade explained it. You need to go and watch that video, Abisoye. Unkwade explained it that all these choices are not, they may not even be his choices alone. That, people are always behind whatever he does. He's been told what to do. You need to consult Ifa every single day. If you depend on a deity or the gods that you serve to tell you what to do daily, what can you do? That's what, Uncle Ade explained to us the other day. I might be wrong, I might be right. But a lot of people are saying they don't agree. Boss lady say Auntie B, now inside that talk he loved her in his own way, but it wasn't enough. Of course, don't forget that she was very young. She was only 25 years old. So again, as a 25-year-old, you remember what you wanted? You just wanted that TLC. You just wanted that, love that will be doing you one kind. So, I think she should not have entered the marriage in the first place. We want to go back and talk about Shilekwola. She was too young. The culture, the religion, everything conflicted. She should have never been in that marriage. It was not set up to work. So me, from my own personal perspective, I'm not going to blame Kabiyesi or say anything because the marriage should not have happened in the first place. How can you be a prophetess and you are marrying the owner of all the Orisha in Ile-Odua? Come on. So many things were against it. Right. Ice, how are you, love? Welcome.
Hello, Auntie B. Good evening, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Welcome.
Auntie
Hey,
B,
I
well
joke,
done.
we don't do 2 hours.
As usual, no be you, Auntie B.
Now, wow, this matter, I've been one cash cruise small. Cruise don't reach 2 hours, though.
Auntie B, this is a very dicey matter. And the thing is, I'm very ashamed that we have to start discussing such things online like this. This modern monarch, I don't know why they bring all their business to social media. And the married wives that like social media because of
Those women like social media.
yeah, because of unhealthy competition. They want to show they are the one that is loved. Like Ashley, I'm just setting an example. I don't want to talk about any of them anyway. Like Ashley showed one story on her Insta story last night or yesterday when she went after her wedding. She went to the palace and she saw the Ooni himself. They were talking. She wanted people to see that after wedding she went to see her husband. Well, nobody's disputing that, of course. But the thing is, if not for social media, and I don't think this thing would have been like this, or maybe this is a caricature right now because I can't even imagine people discussing a whole on like this. I'm feeling it. I'm so ashamed. I won't lie, I'm so ashamed. I'm not Yoruba, but we are all Nigeria. We are one. Forget Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. We are one. I'm so ashamed at this. And to me, I still say it. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist. I can't diagnose him, but I know there's something wrong somewhere inside. Mine is my thought is just I can easily tell some people just want fame. Some people just want to feel among. Some people want just different things. People want different things that they've lacked. As for him, if you go back to his history, to his first wife, what happened to his first marriage, his real first marriage? Okay, most of these ladies, do you know those most of these ladies? They started dating them from UK.
That's
So
why the US people are protesting now. All the US people, let me read this to you guys so that
I
we can
saw it.
just break.
I was laughing. I
Let's
saw
let's
it.
just let's because remember we are here just to laugh.
Yeah.
Rashid Singh, whoever you are, may God forgive you for this post. They said that somebody close to the palace should help us to beg Ooni to consider us in the USO too for equitable representation that many of his wives are either UK born, UK trade, UK business owner, UK this, UK that. He said, share. Our own US girls are not marriageable. Ni Baba Joe. Consider 2 slots for us US babes too.
I saw. I
All
was
those
laughing.
jealousy. They are throwing shade. You know they are throwing shade.
Yes, yeah. It's really funny. The thing is, for me, with all Kabiyesi, with all due respect, I think he needs to retreat and do something on his own. It's quiet times. If I should please help, if I should not just recommend marry many
Let
wives.
me bring it's eyesight. People have been mentioning Oba Obini, Oba Obini. Let me take this comment. Boss lady said Oba Obini has 5 wives, and I believe there will be more. But Koribayi, have you ever seen any Oba Obini's wedding on social media?
Auntie B, I won't be biased. I'm Benin. I won't be biased. Let me tell you, all the monarchs now. Oba Benin himself does not do social media. His wives.
No, his wives.
Yes, his
Yes.
new wives, the young ones, the younger ones. Those ones do social media, and I frown at it. I always comment
Do you see
about it
their weddings
on
on
them.
social media though?
No,
Do you see
because
it? No. Do you see it on blogs?
no, because they don't do the Oba cannot do an open wedding like that. They know how they do their thing. That's for the weddings. But for Yorubas, it's a different culture.
No. Eyesight. Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, all these weddings that you are seeing, eh? All these weddings. Have you noticed that it's not like it's mostly inside house wedding? No, it's mostly
No,
inside. All the weddings, most
this
of
one
them
that they
is
are
inside
renting,
house.
this one that they are renting halls. They are renting halls and inviting people like this. Wow. They are renting halls and inviting people. Oba Benin cannot be like that. That is
Even
family,
if it was
family.
like that, how come it's not on social media though?
Okay, but the wives now putting their children, their births, their birthdays, everything on social media now too.
The point I'm saying is that what I'm trying to get at, I'm not saying that Oba Obini is a saint or the culture is better. I'm not Benin. You are Benin, and you can speak on behalf of your monarch. What
Yeah,
I'm saying is that in today's society in Nigeria, anything that is happening, people have phones outside. I
yeah.
saw a video of a man that was, they said that somebody sent it to me and said, Auntie B, are you going to talk about it? I said, Mark, by me, how many I go talk about? Could have
Mm-hmm.
free me. They said the guy said he bought a Range Rover for his girlfriend, and the girlfriend was with another man. So he decided to go and break. He was basically destroying the Range Rover. Do
He
you know what
did,
people did in
yeah,
Lagos?
yeah,
They were videoing it.
yeah.
They were telling him, "Oh, you've not come this side, come this side." They were prompting him where he should
Mm-hmm.
break. The
Because
point I'm trying to make is that in this day and age, anything you are doing, even if it's parlor wedding, people have phones. It's about reverence and respect.
okay,
If you have respect for a stool, then you will not be posting all this nonsense.
okay,
But you
Auntie B.
see, all these people that are in that, are you telling me that when Oba Ovine was marrying his wife, that people don't have phones there, that they couldn't have recorded, but they know
Exactly
they
that.
dare not.
Exactly. They warned them, or they told them beforehand, and they warned them, don't do this, and
That's what
they
I'm
needed
saying.
to
They
it.
wouldn't dare.
Yeah, yeah.
They wouldn't. It's
Yeah, even
about
some
respect.
private people, even some regular people, a lot of regular people, their lives are not on social media. It's not as if they don't have people around them that have phones.
But we are hearing
But
that the Oloris are even the ones that are telling Gist Lover, okay, Emilio come. Before
yes,
even the wedding, we are
it's
seeing
possible.
pictures. The
It's
women are even
possible.
chasing clouds with wedding.
It's possible.
So
There's one blogger, one event blogger I'm always attacking on social media. The event blogger is always taking sides with the that of Legushi's first wife. She's always antagonizing the second wife. Always saying you are the first wife, you are the queen, you are the
even
dean, you are from
even
Yoruba.
the bloggers are taking sides now. They are
Yes,
being paid.
yes, yes. The blogger is always saying you are the wife, you are the Yoruba wife. Then later, some people will not be commenting on that and saying no, they went to bring Hausa wife. What Yoruba can never do to them? Excuse me. I told them when I said this, your biasness won't pay, won't do anything to you, won't do anything to the
It's,
Olori, the
it's
second wife.
not
You
doing
don't
it
do that.
because they like one. It's because they are being paid.
Well, I won't say I was not there. I won't say they were paid, but I
And
just need they took
no, but
sides.
some of them, some of these ladies, they are looking for that relevance, and they are looking for fame. They are looking for to be noticed. It's a competition. If it's only one man and his 6 wives, don't you know what you need to do to get ahead? You think you're just gonna keep quiet and wait and be doing us
I
well?
feel so embarrassed, but I think people really need to show love to this for KBSC and ask him to restrict. He needs to see a therapist. That's the truth. He needs to see a therapist. If
Who is
not
gonna show
now,
love to him? His
this
wives?
no,
With the
not his
innocent
wife.
bystander?
His
Who?
really loved ones. It's not his wife. All those wives are just coming there for their own thing. They want to do their thing. Yeah, you see, the thing is, he needs to see a therapist. He needs to really sit down, look in depth. This is not even now. This has not started. For the first wife to say that she doesn't want to be a queen, there's still something who doesn't want to be worshipped. But there's still something there. She saw something we did not see. Fine, it's okay. Everybody cannot be a queen, but he needs to look inward. He needs to look inward. It's embarrassing to me as in Niger
I don't know
that
why you're embarrassed. I really
no,
don't know why you're embarrassed.
it's not the fact that he cannot take many
Obiajulu,
wives, so he can take
Obiajulu,
many wives. He can take
what is
even
embarrassing?
20, 10 wives. But the way
Mm.
everything is going, see, the way everything is going, see, imagine
Aw.
Twitter children calling him honey as in honey or fife. Oh no, no, please. It's not
Obiajulu
no
said
now.
that he said, so sorry for the American-based females. UK is closer to Nigeria.
Obviously, you are not nice, though.
Take it with
Obviously,
a
you are
pinch
not
of
nice.
salt. You are a kind person. You have a good heart. I just take it with it. Don't think too deeply about it. Last, Ooni go round to everybody. No worry. Kabiyesi will go round to everybody. It's fine. There's more. As we are talking now, you are still saying, pay therapist, skinny.
I
Look
mean,
at incoming Olori.
even there are rumors that they are going. His father, sister are going to beg Naomi to come back, but Naomi said she's not coming back.
There is
Blah,
an.
blah.
Did you not see Instablog that said that incoming Olori number 7? Did you not see this
Mm.
one? That's
I
another
saw
one
it.
coming. So
I
why
saw
are
it.
you? I beg, don't take it to heart, Jerry. Don't take it to heart. It's
Um,
okay.
no, it's just
As
the
long as
way.
we talk about it. Social media, you always have people that are disrespectful. We are not like that here. But there's a lot to learn in this situation. And I'm curious about, all this lining up of all these beautiful women, accomplished women, successful women, highly educated women, and they are lining up to identify themselves as Olori. That begs the bigger question. But I get what you mean. Thank you so much, Ice. And Ife is next. Unmute yourself, please.
Good evening, Auntie B and all the Obodo farm.
Hello, Ife. Where
Um,
are you joining us from?
from UK.
Welcome.
Yeah. I just want to say this that we always talk about, with all due respect to the Oni, but I'm just going to address the act. I know it might sound disrespectful, but we always talk about Mongo Parks here on this page.
Okay. We don't
I
we don't
think
want to go there.
yeah, yeah.
No, we
But
don't
I
want to go
think
there.
okay. I think
We
it's
don't
possible with
because of his tool. Let's not talk about the women. I prefer we talk about the women.
okay, you don't want us to talk about the
No,
Oni.
no.
Oh,
Because there's no way you can talk about that. I can,
mhm,
I sense where you are going to, and it's going to be
mhm.
disrespectful. I don't want that. Sorry.
Okay. That was the only point I just wanted to point out because I
Yeah,
feel we've got the culture, then we've got the personality. But that was
yeah,
it. Anyway, I
yeah.
understand. Okay.
I'm sorry about
Okay.
that, but let's not
No
go there.
problem
He's
at
a
all.
king.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Let's give him that respect. Going to Mungo Park, is gonna be disrespectful. He didn't force them. They are lining up, they are doing everything it takes to be Olori. So I'm not gonna no, let's not go there. Let's not go there at all. I don't want to go there. You know? Okay. Bingbe, you are my last but not the least caller tonight.
And to be,
I suspect that I know where you are coming from. Do you want to talk about the Adeori?
oh no. Kábíyèsí o, kádé pẹ́ lórí o, kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ o. No, I can't do that. I'm a Yoruba girl.
Mm.
Àṣẹ á pẹ́ lẹ́nu o. Yeah, if not for anything, for the position,
Yeah.
we have to
That's
respect
why I
that.
had to shut that previous caller
Mm,
down because I
yeah,
know she was going to talk about Mongo Park behavior and I don't want that.
yeah.
Mm.
To be honest, I don't think it's case. Maybe it might not really fall into Mongopa because these women, they are the one going, they are lining up.
He didn't force them. They are
He didn't
begging.
force
They're
them. Some
lining
of them
up.
are even building supermarkets. I'm sure some of them are doing something else
Exactly.
in
No, I
Ile-Ife.
beg.
So,
Don't even go there. No.
oh
Let's
no.
respect our king, I beg.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
king.
he's a king. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can't say something, for if not for anything, for the fact that he's a king, I can't say anything against him. and against the
Somebody said
Olori
that
too,
we're
because they
being.
also carry.
I read a comment in one of the previous shows being paid. Somebody said that we're being partial because we are showing him respect and we don't show pastors the respect when we talk about pastors. I'm like, we don't really talk about pastors
No, not
here.
really. I mean, we don't really. Even if we talk about pastor, just talk about the situation.
Exactly.
That's what we talk about. We don't condemn, because the pastors too, they have their own anointing. Bible said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So we just talk about the
People are willingly
situation.
marry Ooni. They allegedly, some of
Yeah,
them are paying money and they are fighting one
exactly.
another to become Olori.
I beg,
We cannot
please.
hold Baba responsible for these women,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, they are the one
And can you
going
see
there. I
how
mean,
pretty all
no
these women
problem.
are? They are really beautiful women. Look at them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Now,
say.
he has
All
an
these well
accountant, he has a
accomplished,
business person, he has
they
an
have
engineer, he has
money.
a fashion
Yeah, none
designer,
of them
he
is.
has
They're
somebody that
not
runs
like they're.
NGO, he has Ashley, there's an account.
Mm-mm.
What can you say?
He short. He has a
They
good
can
height.
start a multinational company now with all these Oloris. What can we say?
And all of them, they are. I'm sure they are
And they
well
will hold
learned. They have a
their
business.
position with their full
Yeah, they have
chests.
money.
They will
Yeah.
bring all their
So
knowledge to the business. Edge oh.
please, no, please, yeah, let's, yeah. We are just. It's not that we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to say, oh, maybe Mongo Park or whatever. But we have to understand people have their culture and tradition. Does that mean all the culture and tradition are good? No, but we have to respect people's culture. And I'm a Yoruba girl, inside and out. So I can't disrespect a king.
In your front
So
and in your back.
I'm a confirmed one. So I can't do that. I can talk about the issue that might surround the person, but I can't disrespect the person. So
Yeah.
I can't do that. Anyway, how are you doing, Auntie B?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good today
I
because
see that your voice sounds better, much
Ashley
better.
has made my day. Olori Ashley made my day. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you finally watch her speech, right? I've not even
I
seen the
watched
speech.
that
Okay, I'll
speech.
go and find it. I'll go and find
Hey,
it and
I'll
watch
send it
it.
to you. I'm doing
Please,
a
okay, send it
show
to me.
on it. All of you that are not married, if you are married, better start respecting and honoring your husband that is married to only you, one wife. As long as he doesn't cheat, and he's not a mongo back,
Yep,
and
yep.
he's not abusive towards you. All of you that are aspiring wives in waiting,
Mm-hmm.
you have a thing or two to learn from Olori Ashley.
Oh,
I
really?
drop my heart. Man, this girl is something else.
Uh,
Hey, I've never seen a woman praise a man this much.
I.
It's only God I've seen that you praise and you eulogize like this. Bimpe,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Really?
serious. Oh
If
my
that
God.
come. That's good. That's good for her. But all the eulogizing is still Ilologun wala. I beg.
Eulogizing it. But
Anyway,
I don't want to go there because I want to end tonight. People are asking
I
me where
know.
did I see it. If I bring the video now, we won't leave here today. Oh,
To be,
because we'll
please
start
don't bring the
dissecting it
video.
one by one.
Maybe another show we'll talk about
Let's
it.
do another show. We'll
Yeah,
talk
another show
about
we'll talk about
I mean, I don't have any favorite too. I don't know none of them. So kilo call me, consign me.
it.
But when I saw what Olori Ashley did today, I was like, this woman, you mean business? So you fought for what you wanted, you got it, and you
and,
celebrated. The
and she's
celebration.
ready to do anything to
Oh
keep
my
that
God,
position.
celebration, yeah, it's like the
Eh?
speech. Even somebody that won an Oscar has not given a speech like that before me. Really.
Okay, Auntie B, please send that speech to me. I need to watch it. I need to watch
Okay.
it too. And maybe me too, I will learn something, one or two things
You will
from
learn, though.
Olori
I said I
Ashley.
went to apologize to Daddy Nwa. I was apologizing for doing nothing. I said, forgive me, sir. What happened? I said, I don't think I appreciate you enough.
I'm sure Daddy will be looking like, what's wrong with
He
this
was
woman?
looking at
Did
me,
you do
Bear.
today? Like, what is it today
Oh
again?
my God. Chai, this woman
Oh.
appreciates her husband. Me, hey, wow. You see, when she said, oh, call me,
She shows
she
it.
was
She's
like, oh,
Yoruba.
call me. I
This
said,
is Yoruba,
you know
right?
what?
She's Yoruba. She Yoruba.
Of course, she's an Ife princess now. When
Ah,
she said, "Oh, come here," I was like, oh, "There are
yeah.
1, 2, 3 before you. I think you are number
So
4.
many
Is
wives.
Okowa?"
As far as she's concerned, it's our call. At least, even though
Oh
she's
my
hearing it, she
God!
doesn't mind. Yeah, I want to watch the speech and hear what
No,
she said.
we are going to dissect Olori Ashley's speech. What you can learn from it. All you
Oh,
stubborn,
yeah.
assertive women.
Assertive. We should come and learn how to
Come and
reference
learn from Olori Ashley what it means to
our
honor a
husband.
man.
Oh Lord, voila.
Oh my dears.
Anyway, and to be a lot of people have said a lot. Like I've listened to everybody. I think maybe the caller before Ice. She said a lot of things that I really really agree. But where I want to come in is no matter what we say, these kind of things will never end. It's just that I don't understand why the need to have. I mean, from time memorial, kings, especially in Yoruba land or in Nigeria, in Africa, they've
They
always
marry
had more than one
multiple
wife,
wives. Yes.
except if they chose not to. And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
they don't have the power to do it. They have
Yes.
to.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not a new thing. We can talk about the cultural aspect of it maybe in another century. But right now, king can marry more than one wife. You either take it or you leave it. I might sound biased. I don't think so, but that's what has been happening. But
I
it's just
hear
that
that
the
even if
way,
they come to dash them wife that they cannot reject.
yes, yes, there's some Yoruba land, the culture is if as even the day, some of them they will come with wife, but the day of their coronation, they will give them one wife. How
Yeah.
do you think Alaafin Ofoyo, may his soul rest in peace? How do you think he had all those multiple wives that he had before he passed away?
Mm.
So it has always been. It's not a new thing. Maybe for people that are on social media that are not familiar with the culture, it might be bizarre to them. But just that is the way that he's now doing it. It's like within a month or two, he has had like six women. I don't understand. I've never hear about that in Yoruba history. I know kings have multiple, but I've never heard the fact that you marry six women in 1 month. I've never heard of that before. But anyway, that's by the way. The second aspect of my comments is when we talk about women, most of our shows have always been around women affirmation, you knowing yourself as a woman. I think parents need to we have a lot of jobs on our hands. Parents,
Mm.
and I'm saying
Mm.
parents, I'm talking about mother and father.
Father. Yeah.
We really need to pay attention to our children. And I don't want to say especially girls, no, both girl and boy. Let me give you just a snippet into my own background because I don't want to take too much of your time. So when we are talking about Yoruba people, we have a context. This is the
Mm-hmm.
way I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
I was born into a family where most of us are girls. I don't want to give number. Most of us are girls, but I only have one brother. But while growing up, I always hear this. This is not even, it's not only my mom that will say this. Every little thing that you do, is this how you do when you get to your husband's house? Is this how you do when you go outside? Is
Mm-hmm.
this how you do? You better learn this so that when you grow up, you not do this in your husband's house. So it's like psychologically, your brain has been conditioned that
Mm-hmm.
if you don't achieve that husband's house, no matter what you do, and this is
Mm.
not it's not only me, it's not only in our household. If you
Yeah.
ask most Yoruba people, they
Mm-hmm.
most
Not
of
only
them,
Yoruba.
not all.
Even when I was growing up, I heard that a lot.
Aha, exactly. So because when we are talking about these women, they are well accomplished. Why are they subjecting themselves to this? We are talking about conditioning, mental conditioning here.
Yeah.
It's like your
Socialization, the way they
brain,
were
yes, socialization.
socialized.
Your brain has been socialized to the point that even if you are the president of the United States of America, as long as you are not married, you are not fulfilled. That there is that thing in you that will still be telling you that you are not in your husband's house. So for me, growing up in that household, I don't even know how I was able to. I had to be brave and to break out of that mental conditioning myself.
Mm.
How
Mm.
I did it, I don't know. And Auntie B, you know me. I'm very kind, warm, sweet, loving, but also I do not take nonsense. I'm very assertive. I know what I want and I will tell you what I want and when I want it. But I didn't just get it. I don't know how it switched, but it just switched for me. I don't see marriage as the biggest accomplishment in life. Do I want to get married? I want to. But a lot of us, we grew up in that kind of household. a lot of Yorubas. I mean, you say you two, you had the same experience.
Nigeria, just say Nigerian
Nigerians,
generally.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nigerian
It's
general, we
all
have that.
across Nigeria.
It's all across Nigeria. So
Yeah.
when you see women, and I'm just painting picture for people that I don't understand, because I don't want to put too much blames on these beautiful ladies, and also the society, because we keep saying, oh, women, you are enough. Women, you are enough. But it's the same way that we say women, you are enough. If you don't see a woman that is not married at the age of 50, they will start segregating her. She has not married though. She has not married though. Everything they will talk is she has not. Even if she's the most brilliant, most successful woman in this world, she has not married though. You know, it is we, the society, that will be segregating her, making her feel like she's less than. So
Empress said, Auntie B, I read a doctor from Ekiti is applying to be the 8th wife. Would we?
Now you are talking. So, and also growing up in that environment, I never see my brother do anything in the house.
No.
Auntie B, I kid you not. I never. He doesn't even do it. They don't even expect it from him. What are we even talking about?
No wonder we end up with so many Mongo
That's why
Parks.
we have so many men as Mongo Parks in our community.
They were never responsible.
Including my brother. I don't want to go into that because this is my family. Including my brother is a Mongo Park. I'm saying it with all my mouth, but I don't want to go into details. So
I'm just wondering, how many of you will look at your brothers now?
No, I will never marry
grown
a man
adults
like
now, knowing who they are, to realize that I love my brother, but he's a Mongo Park.
No, he is. He is. And I can never, I will never marry, I can never even give my daughter to a man like my brother. I'm sorry to say. I can't. So, growing up in that kind of household where all you hear is do this so that you could do this, how you do when you get to your husband's house. When you get to your husband's house, and this is from like a small child, though. It's not even a teenager or an adult, though. It was me that break that thing, that mental condition. I broke it. I said, no.
And you know,
how can I just come to this world and get
it's
married?
not like there's anything wrong in it if it was balanced.
Exactly.
We were
Exactly.
trained,
Wasn't balanced. Yeah.
If our brothers also were trained to how to be a good husband, then it would have been, equation would have been balanced.
Exactly.
But my brother never ever learned nothing.
Never. They don't even expect them to even learn anything.
So to the point that when your brother, now they are men, they have children, they think that if they look after their own child, that they are helping you.
Yeah. That's why I don't like that word.
That they are doing, how do they call it?
Help your wife to take
they are helping
shower
your wife
the
to
baby.
look
I'm like,
after
stop
your own
saying
child.
help.
You are
It's
doing
your child.
childcare for your own,
You are taking care of your child. You are not helping me. If you clean the house, it's our house. You are not helping me.
We have a long way to go.
My Auntie B, we have a long way. In short, that's why sometimes when you were doing your show on Monday, somebody said, was it Monday or Sunday? Somebody said something about, I don't want to have children. This world is too cruel. Auntie B, I kid you not, and I'm telling you, and I'm saying this to the world. Sometimes I just sit back. I'm like, do I even want to bring a child into this world? I'm telling you, I'll sit back and I think about, because when you hear a lot of things, I'm like, the way people raise children, and I'm like, so my child will grow up one day. I want to go and marry from this kind of, I mean, I know I'm thinking too far, but your mind, because you never know how many years God has given you.
Yeah. Someone said, fortunately, in my family, we boys are the main focus. My dad made sure that the boys did most of the job at home. He would say, you are going to be a man and responsible physically and financially. So you see, our fathers have a lot of work to do. The reason why you are so in touch with your parenting and everything, Samolo, is because of the way your dad, this is what Pepe is saying. Because your dad made you, he prepared you. He prepared you for it. So, I mean, it's on us now. We are parents now. How are we raising our children?
Yeah.
Are we raising our boys to think that they are all that they don't need to lift a finger?
They don't need to do anything, and they can marry anytime. And they don't even have to even care for the woman. They don't even. And
you see, the funny thing about
is
the kids these days, the girls will tell you that, no, I don't need to cook. I don't even need to learn how to cook. Why should I learn how to cook?
Yeah.
We'll cook together. If we can't cook together,
we'll go and buy food.
We'll go and buy food.
Yeah. They are standing up.
They say marriage a break now.
But
another 10 years,
the men, the boys that we are raising these days, because I've seen some younger kids in their teens. I don't know if we are doing a better job. And I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying from what I've seen around me, not everybody, but for some people, are we even doing a better job with
We
raising
are
our boys?
trying, parents are trying, but you see, it is very difficult to break something that you are so used to. Traditions,
True,
it's so
true.
difficult to break it.
It's
So
really
for me,
difficult.
especially, I mean, if you have boys and girls, normally, once your daughter is like maybe 5, 6, 7, you start asking them, come to the kitchen. But if you ask your boys to come to the kitchen, if they run, you will leave them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
just
we
like,
just okay.
okay,
We just
okay,
leave them. We will not
because
put, we
we not
won't
put
push it.
effort,
Yeah,
but for the daughters, we'll still put
we'll
effort
say
because
no. Come here.
we know you
Come
need to
on.
know how to cook because one of
Mm-hmm.
the society, our society and our culture expect that for you to make a good wife, you need to know how to cook.
Yeah, true, true, true.
So if you have kids now, you start teaching them how to cook. I was telling my son this evening, I say, yeah, if you go to university, you don't know how to cook.
He will
It's
tell you
chicken
that I
and
will
chips
buy
you eat
food.
every day.
He will tell you I will order for
Better,
food. It's
I'm
order.
teaching you. You are not interested. You know the good thing, there's YouTube now. You put YouTube
Oh
down.
yeah,
How
they
to
can learn
make
how to cook.
goosey
Yeah.
soup or how to make okra soup. You will be looking at the ingredients. You go and buy it. You will come and be using YouTube to learn. You will learn by force. Mm,
And maybe so that's
yeah,
where I'm coming from.
I
That's
understand,
it just
Jare.
it's just yeah. That's
Mm,
why I don't and to be as much as these stories are very sometimes they are very painful. And I'm just like, it's what they know. It's how they become. Because I'm a girl too, and I'm a grown adult now.
yeah, but you
I
just
had
said
to.
something now. Is what you
Mhm,
knew, but you took the
mhm.
information based on education, exposure, and a
Yeah,
different environment, and you change yourself. Are you telling me
yeah.
that these women are not exposed? They don't
But
know?
most of them are from UK. But Auntie B, you know that I've always have this thinking from Nigeria, though. That's what people always think. Oh, because I'm in the US, I talk differently. I've always had this. But Auntie B, I was silenced. You grew up in this household that you can't talk.
Mhm.
Even my brother, he will tell you to do something. You don't do, woman not here. He will beat the hell out of you. And nobody will question him. And I always have problem with that. Just I couldn't voice it out. That can my brother just or my siblings be able to just beat me anyhow. I always have problem with that.
Mm.
Because nobody will correct, nobody will say no, don't do it. So it's a lot, but I know we are doing it. So when we are talking about these women, I don't blame them too much. Is that conditioning? Is that
They
mental
are not
conditioning?
completely innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You
exactly. They're not
cannot
completely
say that.
innocent. Yeah,
No, they are not
yeah.
completely innocent. They all
True.
know.
They all know what they are getting
Because
into.
the reason why I say that, as much as we talk about conditioning, culture, and all that, thank you so much, being paid for your contribution. I really appreciate you. As much as we talk about that, there are men in Nigeria. I will always tell you, there are men in Nigeria. Every day we see video of Oyibo, white people, women that are coming from obodooyinbo to go and marry men in Nigeria. How come you that live in Nigeria, you don't see the millions of men in Nigeria? It's not that there are no men in Nigeria. It's the kind of men that people are looking for. So, what does Kabiyesi represent? He represents power, authority. He's a king, influence, connections and all that. This is what these ladies are looking for. It's not like if they wanted to marry the average Joe out there that they're not going to find the person. So sometimes I don't want to just say, oh, it's the socialization, it's what they know, it's the culture. No, they too, some of them they are pretty greedy. They want position. How come some of them are leaking information to bloggers? You telling me that go to Nigeria, you see men, you go run. Men full everywhere. It's not like they're not men. It's just the kind of men that they are looking for. So some of them too, oju kokoro there is long throat in it. Position, influence. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be recognized. The minute they become Olori, they change their Instagram handle or their social media handle to Her Royal Majesty. Because if you marry the average Joe out there in the streets who is hustling, he's not made it. And women have more opportunities to make it in this day and age. Let's be honest, especially in a place like Nigeria. Women have opportunities to make it more than men. Okay? But everybody is looking for successful men. most men who are successful today got married before they became successful. So all the successful men are married. So now you are stuck. The kind of man you like, the kind of man that you're attracted to, who just fits the description of what you want, is cool, is tall, is this, is da 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 da. He's married. Because there was a woman who believed in him, who trusted him, and chose to go on the journey with him when he didn't have it. Now you are looking for cook soup. No, it doesn't exist. Mm-mm, it doesn't. So that's why I understand what you're saying, Bingpe, but they are not, it's not all about victim of culture or tradition. Okay? They could have married. There are other people that can marry them. But in Nigeria, you don't know these women, what they do. Some of them, you can't even talk to them. If a man goes to them to go and talk to them, they will first assess you from head to toe. What kind of car are you driving? Where do you live? What kind of work do you have? What is your bank balance? It is all about, looking at you financially to assess you what you can provide, not about your substance. And I'm not saying that people should go after people who have nothing, because then again, we know that one too has wahala. You never know. When a broke person, you never know who they will be, because other women has also married people that are broke. When they have money, being both stories still fresh in our brain. IVD. By the time the money come, you are not good enough. So these are all the things. It's not that there are not men out there. So they are not all victims. They all had relationships. Some of them are single parents who've had children from previous relationships. Whatever. But it is what it is. Everybody wants what they want. They want the one that will give them a leg in this world. Somebody who, push them out there. So you can walk to any place and say, I'm Olori this. This is who I am. You carry the crown. I'm this. You wear your I was telling my friend today, I said, this cap that Ashley is wearing, even the Bishop of Canterbury, his cap never reached this Olori cap. And the time I saw this picture the first time, she was not, they've not even married her when she started wearing all these clothes. So, what are we talking about? Women, it is well. May God help us. Oh. It all lies with us. It's about you. What do you want? People are still lining up. Just sew cap like this, long cap like this, to become Olori. Bishop of Canterbury never get this kind of cap when you wear so. Because you are Olori in waiting. So, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Women. It's about us and what we want. What works for you might not work for the other person. But at the end of the day, just know that if you are going into polygamy, whatever comes your way, because it's one goal that all of you are sharing, whether it's a king or it's not a king, you all are fighting for the love and affection of one man. And Yoruba says that Orisha jẹ́ pé méjì obìnrin kò dénú. So be ready with what comes with it. Dami was telling us about growing up, the dad and the experience he had growing up in a king's. Dad grew up as a prince, and everything that happened in that environment, why he made that conscious effort I will never marry two wives. You can have all the clout, you can have all the respect, whatever, you can have the money, you can have the influence, but it's not that easy. But unfortunately, no matter what we say, they will keep lining up. They will keep lining up. Like we heard now that there's another one that is waiting now. People who are literally begging, women who are literally begging, they want to enter into this thing that we were here talking about it now. Kinikon. Some people are still waiting. So we heard that there's a wedding. Another wedding is coming very soon. So sit down and look. Na dog name. We dey here. We dey watch. We dey look. It is well with everybody. At the end of the day, may everybody find what they are looking for. If not love you dey find, I hope you find it. If not peace of mind you dey find, I hope you find it. If not money you dey find, I hope you find it. Whatever you are looking for, My prayer for everybody is that it will not pass us by, oh. But what I'm hearing is that there's another wedding in view on the 29th of October. If this is true, there is going to be a wedding on the 29th. When is 29th? That's 2 days time. Today is 27, Abby. Okay, that's this Thursday, Abby. Am I looking at the right? No, I'm not looking at the right. Today is 27th too. Today is 27th. The wedding is supposed to be today. Lobaton. Let's wait and see. No, the wedding is 29th. That's on Saturday. Today is 27th. Okay, I beg your pardon. They said the wedding is on the 29th, which is on Saturday. So let's watch and see. At the end of the day, and I wait person they find, I ain't go get. It is well. 29th is Saturday. Abby, thank you, my darling. Guys, please give this video a thumbs up. I think there's been some very, very interesting nuggets, some learning here for everyone. May God help us. God bless the kingdom. God bless the subjects, and God bless everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys very much, and I shall see you. Keep your notification on, no? Okay, please keep your notification on, because we've got Osinachi's sister that is coming on the show. Yeah, you don't want to miss that. It's going to be really, really, really super interesting. And by the grace of God, because of the generosity of Obodo Farm, we've got money for her. She's gotten some part of the money, and she will get the rest this weekend. Thank you so much, everybody. Please give this video a thumbs up. God bless you. Appreciate you. I love you too, boss lady. Appreciate you. If that wedding happen, we dey here. We go talk about. We must analyze them. We are catching our cruise. Last. It is well. You know, affect your life. You know, affect my life. So you know what? Let's just take it easy. Calm down and take the lessons. If there are any lessons, and we move. God bless you. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Bye. Have a nice evening. Have a nice afternoon. God bless.